Yo, what's up? We back. Another episode, Relax and Take Notes. Mike Pace, K Dub, the homie Quinn. What's happening, fella?
What's good with you?
What up? I just got my right shoulder taken off, and I'm taking it to Tuscaloosa now. I should be there in like a couple hours.
Oh, you gonna...
I don't want Bright throwing with that. Not with that on.
he be better. He be better out throwing hurt.
He can't have the right one. I'm left-handed.
Oh yeah, you left hand. Oh man. Man, what's happening, man? Hey, a lot happening in the sports world. You know what I'm saying? Man, we'll get to that bright shoulder. Man, whole lot. Oh, Quinn, you did state to us we forgot something important last week to congratulate Albert Pujols, man. Yeah, so and now he's even hit what, two more since then?
701 and 702.
Yeah, so congratulations, man.
Big Pujols fan.
Yeah, man. That was big, man. Big time to see. Happy for him. Aaron Judge got to 62.
Yeah.
Yeah. So people been going back and forth. I'm sure you because you ain't no Bonds guy. You're you know, some people been going back and forth about that and Roger Maris or whatever, but you know, it is what it is. I'm on this side of my boy Kevin on this one. Bonds hit them home runs, and it is what it is.
Yeah. I don't think it's like even like debatable. Like he hit.
Why were they cutting into the games is my question. Like I don't understand.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, but I don't. Like, it's not.
I don't get it. If it was an MLB record, I could understand.
It was just a Yankees record. Is a thing.
Well, it's an AL record. It was an American League record.
American League record.
Well, which in turn is a Yankee record because
he's still what though, fifth place. I mean, the 62 put him what like fifth.
Yeah,
because you got Mark
cutting
McGwire,
college football.
Sammy Sosa, Barry Bonds. Sammy Sosa hit 60 home runs 2 or 3 times.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean,
and you're right. I mean, they was cutting into it as if like yeah, he was breaking like
he was hitting 74.
Yeah. But you know, congrats to those guys. Congrats to the Braves. The Braves, which is I'm happy, but it's unbelievable.
Dude, man, Mike, this is what June, July. Them dudes were 23 and 27 and 10 and a half games back. That's crazy. That should be like you shouldn't be able to come back from that.
Yeah, that's crazy. And not to mention started losing again in September.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So man.
It's hard to go back to back in baseball. Like it's virtually impossible. But like this team is deep, dude. The bullpen deep, the rotation deep. Acuna's healthy.
That's what I'm saying.
Only thing I think we missing right now is Ozzie Albies because he was so big in the playoffs last season.
Oh man, yeah, he was big time.
I don't know if he's gonna make it back for this one because he was out for that long period of time and he made it back for 2 games, then broke his thumb. So I wish we had him. If we had him, I think it'd be a good chance that they could go back to back because like the regular season. It's a whole different beast from playoff baseball, and they got a Ricky playing second base right now, who didn't get called up until after the All-Star break. So he got 50, 60 games under his belt, and now he going into the playoffs right now.
That pressure cooker though, like you say, it's a different beast. It's a different beast. But yeah, I'm with you, man. Because I was gonna say through the injuries and all, but we'll see. hell of an accomplishment. And also, like I told you, I was scorned, but it is an accomplishment, man. The Seattle Mariners breaking a 21-year drought, playoff drought. That's something. Kevin was like, wait a minute, but that's a long time. But
Yeah,
shout out
because
to them dudes
I'm
though.
sitting here thinking like I know one of them Ichiro teams.
Ichiro, yeah.
Mhm.
Because they had some good squads during them years too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's amazing though. 21 years. So you gotta imagine how they feel to be the ones to break that, right? To end that drought, and then for the fans and the organization just to be back in the playoffs, it gotta feel good, man. So shout out to them.
Seattle still had Supersonics the last time they made the playoff.
with probably no fear of the Supersonics going anywhere at that time. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to them, and my man Jaren. Shout out to Jaren. He's a big Mariners fan, man. But nah, that's a hell of a drought to end. Listen, if anybody know about sports droughts, I know about a sports drought. A sports drought. Yeah.
What drought?
What?
What drought you talking about, Mike?
Nothing.
Hopefully, my man will get the same feeling that you felt at the end of last year.
Yeah, man. Listen, it's a great one.
Well, I ain't gonna say that because I'm a Braves fan. So
right.
Shut up.
But,
are you though?
I am a Braves fan. I've been watching the Braves right longer than you.
Probably.
But look, I mean, like I say, it would look. I would like for him to experience that euphoric. That euphoria.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That type of
euphoria. Yeah, absolutely.
I've been a Braves fan ever since I can remember. Quinn, you can't take my fandom from me because I don't watch it.
I ain't taking you. Took it from yourself.
I'm gonna watch the playoffs though.
That baseball championship do feel different, man. Cause I was watching that last out in November last year, man. I dropped down to one knee, man.
It was crazy though. It was crazy because man, that was different. That was different.
It brings me back, right? Like because I remember exactly when Marquise Grissom caught that ball in 95 to win the World Series. I remember it because my whole family was in the living room watching, and when he caught it, we jumped up just like he did. That was our squad, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
All my family loved the Braves, and I had that same feeling, you know what I'm saying, this last year.
Yeah, man, it was great. You know what I'm saying? It was great to see, man. But we'll see. It should be interesting. The playoffs should be interesting. I'm not gonna count the Mets out, but they didn't finish as well as they started.
They got to go through the Dodgers too, man.
Yeah,
I just got to go through the Dodgers.
Dude, as good as the Braves were, the Dodgers still won 10 more games than the Braves.
Listen, you look at it like, and then you look at it like you go back to reality a little bit, like, dang, like, yeah. So
and the reason why I was so quiet because they're on the West Coast. That's the only reason why I was so quiet. Like they won 110 games quietly.
But like you said, that lead was so big the whole season, like they weren't tripping on nothing.
I was surprised to see Mookie Betts hit as many home runs as he did.
Really?
Yeah. And Mike Trout got the 40.
Because I don't look at Betts as like a power hitter.
No.
I've looked at him like that, Kevin, because of
his size, I guess.
Yeah, and he kind of swings for the fences. You know what I mean? He got a home run cut.
Yeah.
Athlete,
I was gonna say he consistent. You already know, like he gonna, yeah, man. But yeah, I saw Mike Trout got the 41 or the 40 home runs.
I kind of compare like Betts to Acuna because Acuna get the 42. Yeah. Like 40-40 dudes, like 40 home runs, 40 doubles, 40 stolen bases, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't think people realize how that's tough, bro. That's tough, dog.
We was texting about this last night about people talking about baseball players ain't tough. I don't know anybody who say that. I don't know if they've actually stood in a batter's box and let a 90+ mile per hour fastball go by them
and not flinch.
That shit takes nuts. I'm telling you. I know from experience.
So I'll tell you real quick, right?
And to be able to focus on hitting it.
Listen, so I'll tell you real quick. So, I played all the way from T-ball, right? So you know how you progress up. And I remember, you go from T-ball, was it coach pitch and whatever. So I remember like the older kids after us, they was playing pitching machine. And I remember saying like, man, like, bro, I was terrified for the next year. Like, bro, I don't. And then that pitching machine made all that noise. So I'm like,
hey, you still sound terrified.
Bro, I can still see that big ass green machine, bro. And that coach putting it in there. And it felt like that. Yeah. Feel like the coach, and he with you, but it feel like he against you. Cause it's like he putting that ball in there and it's like, yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I remember like, dang, bro, I'm moving up the pitching machine next year. I think I can't remember the league I was in. I think you go to pitching machine at like 80. I don't know, whatever it was, right? So I was like, man. So when you was like, when I thought about that, like, people this machine wasn't pitching that fast. We little kids. So imagine a human being throwing this ball 90, 95, 85.
It's a possibility of it hitting.
Listen, bro. You understand what I'm saying? So, and even, when we went beyond pitching machine, I remember standing there. I got hit by a few pitches, you know what I'm saying? Especially the year that I did real well and hit a bunch of home runs. Man, you know what I mean? Like, I got hit by a little league pitcher and it hurt. You know what I'm saying?
I used to do that on purpose in the little league. Yeah, that was the easiest way to strike people out. I would hit one, and after that, it was over.
Everybody just scared.
Yeah, everybody else before I even throw it, they would back it out.
Yeah.
But me and Quinn played against two dudes, played with two dudes in high school. They could throw some gas.
Dude.
I'm telling you.
Right.
Like, when that thing coming by you, and we played against some guys that could throw some too.
Yeah, man, you got to be tough to stand out. Look, when you hear that thing hit that catcher's mitt.
Oh man.
That especially if it's in the right spot, that pop.
And all that dust come off.
That's why I got so much respect for the major league players, man. Like I said, for one, it's hard enough to hit it. Like, hitting baseball is the hardest thing to do in professional sports. Like, it's the hardest thing, hands down.
Yeah.
And then you got to worry about that gas that they throwing possibly hitting you.
Yeah,
it's terrifying.
Well, even think about it from this aspect, right? If you get 3 shots in a basketball game and go 1 for 3, that ain't good. If you go 1 for 3 at bat,
yeah, Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that's a 333 batting average. That'll get you in the Hall of Fame every time.
Right? Like think about that though. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I ain't get but 3 shots and I missed 2 of them. Right? And like, I got 3 at bats and I got a base hit or a home run or whatever, 1 for 3.
Dude,
had a good night.
333 in baseball and you making $100 million. 333 in basketball and you in the G League.
Yeah.
If that.
Yeah, 333 in baseball, you're probably gonna lead the league in batting average every season.
You shooting 33% in the NBA, you're not gonna be in the NBA long.
Yeah, Kev, because 327 was the highest batting average this season.
Yeah, think about that. I mean, unless you shoot 33% from the 3-point line, you know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about,
that's just okay.
Yeah. Yeah. But we talking.
At that point, it's borderline where you should be shooting them or not.
Absolutely. Like, dog, get back in the lab this summer because you know what I'm saying. But
just imagine standing in that box and Justin Verlander is getting ready to.
The big unit. Like, which one of y'all said that yesterday?
Oh, yeah.
Randy Johnson, 6'10".
He already halfway to the plate when he let it go.
But 20 feet. The dude knocked the feathers off the bird, dog.
No, he killed that bird.
He killed that bird.
That bird didn't survive that.
Bro.
Oh, my God.
Every one of my
just see them
kids,
fellas go flying on that thing, man.
bro. Every one of my kids thought I was lying when I said that, and I showed them that video.
And that's the thing about Randy Johnson. There's been dudes who threw harder in terms of like being clocked faster. But bro, he's 6'10".
Oh my God!
Like Quinn said, he halfway at the mound at halfway at the plate by the time you throw it.
That's people that don't understand pitching mechanics. They don't understand that when he push off that rubber, he is leaning towards the plate until he released that ball, and they're pretty much off the mound when they release it.
Right. So it ain't up here.
Feet. Exactly, right. It ain't 60 feet no more. It's actually like 50 feet. That shit gotta go.
And he throwing like Kevin say down, like man, please.
And this menacing dude looking up at you. He's 6'10". Right. You sitting.
I mean, like you say, it's some guy. Like imagine standing there with Roger, the Rocket. They call this dude the Rocket.
Curt Schilling and
Nolan Ryan.
Nolan Ryan, bro. Man, knock it out.
You heard what Ken Griffey said about Nolan Ryan. He said the first time Nolan Ryan threw him a pitch, he had always heard people say that the ball looked like an aspirin sometimes when he threw it. And he said that was the first time he ever saw that. He said he threw the ball. Nolan Ryan threw him a first pitch, and he said he thought it was an aspirin going to the plate.
God.
And he said he backed out the batter's box and thought to himself, like, I don't have a chance.
Like, bro, what am I gonna do? For real, dog?
I mean, some pitchers are good at like hiding the ball, and you know, like Quinn said, you got a guy like Randy Johnson who is that tall, you know what I mean? And like,
man, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, hence 2-1 scores, 2-0, 1-0, 3-0. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's hard to get. Not only is it hard to hit it. Okay, that's one thing. It's hard to even make contact with it. Now you got to get it in play with some of the best fielders in the world.
Come on now.
And now, two of your teammates, one or two of your teammates, got to help you get all the way around to the plate.
But within 3 outs.
But see, Kevin, you make a good point. Like
3 outs.
But like you said, with some of the best fielders, and it got to stay, like you said, in play, in the parameters.
Exactly.
You just can't hit it. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, oh yeah, dog. Yeah, it's tough.
Against guys who rarely make errors.
In the heat. In the heat.
It's hot.
Yeah. Yeah, that's that. Listen,
baseball crazy, man.
Yeah, it's a tough.
Listen, yeah, for sure.
Because think about it, you face a dude like Randy Johnson one day, then the next day you got a dude like Greg Max, who ball never stops moving. It never comes in a straight line.
Only throw 85, but it's moving.
It's dancing everywhere.
He put it in a perfect spot, exactly where he wanted. Yeah, he might as well come up there and walk it to the plate and place it there.
So that's what I'm saying. You got them technician pitchers, right? You got your Dennis Eckersleys. Yeah. You got, you know what I mean?
Weird angles.
Yeah, right. So, man, come on, knock it out, dog. Yeah, yeah. The Martinez brothers. You got and there's so many varieties of pitchers,
dude.
And then you got this batter
Tim Wakefield knuckleball.
Man, that thing come like
no rotation whatsoever.
None, bro. None. You know what I'm saying? So then you might have. And so it's different, right? Like, so like if you're a defensive back in football and you preparing for, say, a quarterback, but you don't have to like hit the ball. You just gotta be prepared. Like, but then, like you said, Quinn, this 1, 2, 3, 4 nights a week. Like I had smokes this night, and then I had the big unit. And I had
exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like at least I can sit down. Okay, I got Peyton this week, right? You know what I'm saying? I got Tom this week. I got P. Home, whoever, Josh Allen this week, whoever, John Elway, whatever, right? But dog. You got, and then they play series. So now I might have Smokes tonight and then Lee Brandt and then, you know what I'm saying? Like, before we playing this series, dog. And then who knows? You might play 5 pitchers in one game.
you're an old Braves fan if you just said Charlie Lee Brandt.
Charlie Lee Brandt.
you an old Braves fan. That's like from 1991.
Yeah. Charlie Lee Brandt.
I don't think anybody watching this gonna know who the hell you talking about.
Well, look, man, look up Uncle Charlie, man. Look up Uncle Charlie. But no, that's for real. That's for real. But yeah, but shout out to Albert Pujols, Aaron Judge, Braves, the Mariners for sure, and all those teams that made it. You know what I mean? Cause it ain't easy. They play 1,000,001 games to stay afloat, to stay engaged, right? For the Dodgers to win that many games, like you got to stay engaged. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Shout out to those guys, man, for sure. But so let's talk a little college football. So where y'all want to start? It's a lot, man. It's a lot that happened, and a lot that's going on.
Let's talk about last week. Let's talk about Bryce a little bit. Well, we can let's talk about the game, and then we'll go into that. Talk about
So that game was weird, right? For a multitude of reasons. So what I saw, what I thought going into the game was what I saw happening, right? Like that back end of Arkansas defense is just too. It didn't even allow those guys to get that pressure that people thought would get to Bryce. Well, on the one play, Kevin, when he was like, I knew that was a touchdown when he changed the play.
When you checked, yeah.
So I knew it when I saw where that safety was lined, and I saw the dude was gonna blitz. I'm like, bro, you gotta move over. He blitzing, you gotta move over. Bryce too good. And listen, this receiver ain't gotta be no 5-starter. He can run. As long as he catch this football,
even though he is,
it's no chance, right? You have no chance because he was here with that speed. You lined out. It wasn't gonna happen. So those mistakes like that, you can't make those mistakes against teams.
I knew it. I knew it when he checked because like the first thing I do when I'm watching the game is I always count the amount of defenders that I can see to see if there's a safety.
Here go X's and O's well.
See if there's a safety back deep. So when I saw it, when I counted and saw that there was no safety deep, I'm like, as soon as Bryce checked, I'm like, that's a touchdown.
Yeah, I said the same thing though. When I saw that, I said, yo, that's a touchdown. I said, look how he lined up.
They got to be the first thing a quarterback looks at when you have athletes like that. If it's not a safety right now, are you really doing this? Is this for real right now?
Bro, I remember like to that point, Q and Kevin, I remember like vividly, Georgia was playing Georgia Tech one time when Miko Hardman was there. And I don't even think the play was supposed to be for him. And Jay Fromm looked up and was like, it was no safety back. And they had a linebacker on Miko. He was like, yeah. And he didn't
protect.
Yeah, come on. And Miko just ran, bro. He just threw it to him. So, but, I just thought that would, those things would happen because of that. You know what I mean? But then, of course, it got weird when Bryce went down. And, momentum shift, that happened in the pros. Now, we talking about college guys. Bruh, Bryce Young just went down. It's going to be some...
That's what I think.
You know what I'm saying?
I think if that wouldn't have happened, like if Bryce would stay in that game probably end up like 63 to 7 or something like that. I think that distracted everybody on that team when that.
Everybody get bad.
I mean, but it has to, right? We talking about the Heisman Trophy winner that's on our team.
And then...
we don't know what's wrong with him.
It was about to get bad, but then at the same time, once he did go down, I think Arkansas was about to win if on 3rd and 15.
Milroe don't make that play.
Don't make that long run.
But see, Kevin, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I went back and forth with that. I don't know if they win, dog, because
it was confident, man.
They were, Kevin, but it's just something about you have to know how to win that though. See, I think even still on that play, it explains they got too excited, right? 30-15, this dude right here, like, got wheels. You got
look who you had spying him though.
That too. But my thing is, I'm not even gonna play that coverage at all. It's third and long. This ain't Bryce Young. I'm just gonna keep everything in front.
Exactly.
I ain't even gonna do that. So, but see, Kevin, I don't know, man. I feel why, and like I feel what you saying and why you saying it.
Momentum had changed,
but I don't know, dog. I just don't know. I don't know if they can pull it out though, because
that would happen in the third quarter. In the fourth quarter, Kevin, yes. If they didn't have a whole another quarter after that, I would have said yeah. But I feel like the same thing would have happened because I feel like once everybody calmed down from realizing that Bryce wasn't coming back, especially the defense. You saw the defense turn back up.
Look at it like this though. The defense turned up because I feel like because he made that play. And got the momentum back. You got to think if he don't make that play, Arkansas their momentum continues and their confidence continues to rise. And Jalen Miro's confidence probably continues to go down because I came in with a lead. Now when I come in, like the game is like, you know what I'm saying? Like we're in jeopardy of losing this game now.
I don't know. I think the defense ratchet down, man.
Either way, shout out to him for,
Yeah. No, I just,
I was pissing Quinn off. I was really just messing with you because I know how you get. But I was glad to see Miro because I wanted to see Miro in a situation where he actually is playing a meaningful game. I don't him playing in them games where they're already winning by 30 and him handing it off or just taking off and running. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It don't mean nothing. I wanted to see him in a game like that. And I'm glad it got close because I wanted to see him in a situation like that.
React. Yeah. Nah. I just, like I said, it got weird because I think him going out just threw everything topsy-turvy, right? But I do agree with Quinn. I think that defense just had to calm down. Because, man, we talking, that happens on the pro level now. I'm 18, 19. Listen, man, I feel like I got the baddest dude in America on my team, and he goes out. No disrespect to the backup at all, but this the baddest dude. You know what I'm talking about? Like, we've seen this dude time and time again bail us out, win us ball games.
And even on top of that, Mike, they like Bryce never gets upset. Like, he was visibly upset on the sideline.
Yeah, and so that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't know what's wrong, right? It's like, but I don't know what's wrong, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like if you go, we all been young, right? And we think like our grandparents and especially grandparents, but parents, like, they're invincible. But like if something wrong with grandma, bro, like bro, what's wrong with grandma? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, what's up with grandma, bro? Like, grandma ain't in here cooking, grandma ain't in here singing, grandma ain't happy. Hey, the hell going on? You know what I'm saying? That's Bryce a bad dude. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I think they'll pull that out, even though without him. I think Arkansas, like I said last week, I think they lost too much. I think being defensively losing Catalan, who was, a beast, you lose him on that back end. And then offensively, I just don't think they have what it take on the outside, right, to get it done. I think KJ Jefferson did what he could. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that a lot was on him. I mean, it's only so much you could do, right? You know what I'm saying? And so but I do think that Bama was gonna win that game regardless. Now, Bryce don't go down, it might get real bad. And we still would have seen Milroe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Under different circumstances,
you feel me? You feel me? Like, yeah. So, yeah, man. And but I think, I think that's good too. But I think games like that good for both programs for the reasons Kevin mentioned with Milroe, right? And then I think for the Arkansas program, that Georgia game last year taught you about like being against one of those squads like that. And then I think this game, this is the games like you have to be able to, even if you don't win it, like you got to be able to, So I think those games
take something from it.
Yeah, I think those games good for teams like that that's building and trying to build a program.
So even still, moving on to this week, I still want to see. I want to see Miro from start to finish. Like I want to see him start this game. I want to see him from start.
No, he's taking all the first team reps. It'll be him and I forgot the freshman name.
From Tennessee.
Yeah, he's second, and Bryce is emergency.
How can I not? How am I drawing a blank?
I'm too. I'm drawing a blank on his name too. Hey, what is that guy name?
Wow, this is crazy.
I just heard him talking about him too. I heard them talking about him on the radio.
What is his name?
We're getting old.
Very old. Oh my goodness.
Wow. Well, I'm finna look it up. And when I look it up, I'm gonna be mad at myself.
Yeah, Ty Simpson.
There you go.
Yeah,
so listen.
He's number 2 in Bryce's emergency. But yeah, he's been taking all the first team reps. He's gonna play this game because I think if this. So Kevin, here's the thing. I really think that if we were playing Tennessee this week, that Bryce would find a way to play. I feel like since it's Texas A&M and since they having the type of season they having, I think you won't see him on the field at all this week because he's gonna play against Tennessee.
See, I think regardless he wouldn't play. So I'm gonna tell you why.
Because Nick don't really think like that.
Yeah, and
that's true.
And even if you lost to Tennessee, what does that do?
Yeah, that's true too.
That's my whole point. That's why I want to see him play from start to finish because it don't mean nothing. You still gonna have every opportunity to make it to the college football championship and the SEC championship, regardless, even if you lose. Because I want that experience.
Like if you lose to A&M, right, that'll be okay, a loss on the West, but I don't foresee nobody else really, and if let's just say you lost to Tennessee, that don't matter because they're in the East. You know what I'm saying? But I know Kevin hate when I do this, and I ain't gonna go too deep. But I'm just this is what I'm saying to you, dog. Max Johnson got hurt, so I don't think Max Johnson gonna play. And they got King. I was gonna say Caleb King. Haynes King is, and we saw what that looked like. The biggest threat offensively is A-Chain.
That's a huge threat.
But I'm gonna take that. If that's all you can do against me is run the ball.
I get it, but see, like that, in games like that, I'm not worried about just playmakers. In games like that, them high energy, like games like that, what I'm worried about is like turnovers and just having a bad day and stuff like that. Which, I mean, I'm not saying I'm worried about it. I'm just saying that's why I don't automatically, they're gonna beat shit out of them and all that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't really do that. But
I feel you.
Said, I want to see Miro from start to finish in a conference game. You know what I'm saying? Get this experience. That's what I want to see.
Okay, so, and I feel you. You score 13 points, you win the game.
You gonna do Haynes King like that, bro?
Is what I'm saying. Okay,
they lost. That Anaya Smith A-Chain combination was a monster. No matter who the quarterback was, they lost one of those. So now you got one guy that you got to key in on really because they really don't have a receiver that's shown that he can be a game breaker. So I mean that's really all you have. And Jimbo offense is archaic anyway.
To see y'all focusing on offense, like that's the thing. Like I'm not worried about it. What I'll be worried about is turnovers, pick sixes, fumbles, special teams, that kind of stuff.
Kevin, I'm going to let Miro throw the ball 10 to 12 times. We about to run this football. Jameer, eat your Wheaties, drink your Gatorade, drink your Body Armor, drink your Gatorade, drink your Pedialyte, drink your water.
I think that's what's gonna happen too. But
what's the other boy ran that long against Texas?
Jace McClellan.
Drink your Gatorade, eat your Wheaties, drink. Listen, we finna run this ball, and
that's Kevin. That's a hell of a combination right there. Them two right there.
It is.
And then and no, now you got Miro who want to run.
Who faster than both of them probably.
Right.
I don't know if he's faster than Gibbs, but
bro, we're gonna rush the ball at least 50 times between the three of them. We're gonna run the ball, and I don't think you can score. If we have to win 17-0, so be it.
So Mike,
I just don't.
Let me ask you this. Moving on. Was Georgia exposed, or did they just underestimate?
Both. I think it's both.
What part was exposed though? If you say exposed, man, give us your definition of exposed for Georgia.
I think defensively they were exposed on the outside, right? The running I ain't really worried about because the situation with Jalen Carter, I think that hurt. Because once he tore it, not tore it, but he had an MCL injury. Now that's gonna hurt your run stopping, right? We talking about a top 5 prospect that's no longer in the ball game. People was going crazy. Oh, it should have been a flag and all that. Well, hey, a flag wasn't gonna repair the boy knee. So that so the running part don't really bother me. And neither really does on the outside, man. I think they hit a couple plays to the outside. That put them in great position, in great situations. And offensively, man, I just think that it was, I think it was a lackluster from the O-line at first, and I think Missouri but Missouri always physical, right, up front. And I think they just came out and wanted it a little more. And I think that, to be honest, I don't know. Like I said, I think it was a mixture of everything. I think if I say exposed offensively, I think Stetson missed some throws.
You think he's coming back down to earth, though? What do you think going on with him right now? Because that's 2 weeks in a row that he ain't been playing great.
Well, see, this the thing, right? He threw for over 300 yards, and I can't just say that he was terrible. But he missed some key throws, right? But they had some drops too. And he didn't have all the time in the world, right? We talking about, he 5'10"-ish on the move. They was getting a lot of pressure at first. You know what I'm saying? So I will say this. I was happy to see him make some of those decisions, even though they were negative plays versus some of the decisions. He would have tried to throw a lot. He probably would have had 2 interceptions last year under a lot of that pressure. And the fumble, he should have just let the ball go. Kendall Milton fumbled the ball. But, after that, they did get the run game on track in the second half. I think that O-line kind of got pissed off. You know what I mean? Like, they ain't living up to the billing. And, if Georgia can't run the ball, then something really wrong. I don't know, man. It was just off. 2 weeks in a row it's been off. Is it the I don't know. We think we better than everybody, or we think we better than we are syndrome, but I don't know. But I think after 2 weeks in a row, they might have got, knocked back into reality, and we'll see against Auburn this weekend.
It's a get right weekend right here, though.
It definitely could be. You know what I'm saying? But to be honest with you, though, my bad, Kevin. I'm gonna let you.
Go ahead.
So to be honest with you, as crazy as this sound, I do like what happened in both games, right? Because Kevin said something last year that's super significant. Like, when you get to the end and haven't had any adversity, like, how will you react? You know what I'm saying? So who knows? I'm not saying they will get to the end, but I will feel better if they've been through they was losing that game, right?
Like the whole game too.
So you had to show something. You know what I'm saying? Because Missouri was like, hey, yeah, we got y'all. You know what I'm saying? So you did have to show something. So, no, Missouri is not that good, like we always say, on paper or whatever. But hey, pride, they lost that game. They're playing at home. So, you know what I'm saying? I am kind of glad that they're having some adversity early. You know what I'm saying? Because now it shows you got to be sharp this weekend. You got to be sharp against Vandy. You got to be sharp against Florida, against Tennessee, against Kentucky. Which you was gonna be sharp against them, but you're not gonna be sharp against Mizzou. It's showing you, hey, Kevin said it a couple weeks ago, you the hunted now. So everybody coming. What would it have said, Missouri? Oh, we can knock off the defending champion. We can knock off the number one team in the country. We just lost in an ugly game. I remember some of them years Alabama would win, and the next year they'd be in a dogfight with a team. Like, I think one year they beat Tennessee at the end. Terrence Cody blocked the kick.
12-10.
Yeah, everybody like, oh, what's wrong? What you mean, what's wrong? This is why you play the ball games. You understand? So you're going to get everybody best shot. So I think it's a conglomerate, though, to answer your question, Q. Like, you know what I mean? Like we talked about last week, ain't nobody perfect, right? And that's why I hate when the media be like, oh, my gosh, this Georgia's a juggernaut and Alabama a juggernaut. Ohio's like, bruh, everybody can be had.
I know juggernauts this year.
So knock it off, right? So my thing is, I'm glad it's happening early because you can fix some stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Well, what happened in that Georgia game is kind of my point of why I don't like to say, oh, they're gonna beat shit out of them, because we know Georgia has way more talent than Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
But Georgia was in jeopardy of losing that game because of, like you said, 2 fumbles and, missed opportunities, missing some throws. Miz being able to run the ball better than we expected. With that running back from Missouri, he was actually pretty good.
They keep one though. They keep one.
But yeah, just stuff like that. Because like I said, we know Georgia's a better football team than Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes, man, hey, the best team don't always win.
Don't always win, dog.
Like 9 out of 10 times, Georgia
look at the national championship last year.
Best team won, baby.
But no, I just think it's sometimes, man, sometimes you be feeling yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's part of it. The other part, I think Georgia has the same problem that Alabama got, is on the outside, offensively. On the outside, they're not elite offensively on the outside. Yeah. Like I always feel when your tight end is your best offensive player, you got issues. You're not really gonna be explosive. Like I don't care who the tight end is, no matter how good he is. If he's your best offensive player, you're not gonna have a really explosive offense.
And with them having, they were gonna rely more on AD Mitchell this year. He hadn't played since that second game. It's thrown a lot off. And Aaron Smith came back, but he was only back. He had a huge grab, but I mean, you can't ask him to do a whole lot like that. He's coming off ankle surgery. Now I tell you, Dom was big, and Dom getting more and more and more and more reps. But so yeah, that's huge.
Why they not using the other 2 tight ends? Them 2 monsters. What's up with them?
Darnell was huge Saturday night.
Yeah.
What's up with Washington?
Yeah, he played big Saturday night. Oh, you talking about Gilbert?
Yeah, Gilbert, not Washington. Gilbert.
Gilbert hadn't played since Carolina. No, he didn't go to Carolina. He hadn't played. Or did he play? Who did play second? Carolina. Yeah, they played Carolina. So he hadn't played since that game. Because he didn't play against Sanford. He didn't go on the trip. No, he didn't play. He didn't play at Carolina because he didn't go to Carolina. Didn't play against Sanford. And then didn't play against Mizzou. So I don't know what's going on. It's just some issues. I think they said he was having some issues, and so he did practice this week.
The 2 best tight ends on that team playing anyway.
And he's supposed to play this weekend. But no. Yeah, Darnell and Brock, man. Yeah. Just they good. But like I say, I think what Kevin said is huge. Like I say, AD hadn't played since South Carolina. Aaron Smith just getting back. Just got to get healthy.
It's like a bunch of, like I said, offensively on the outside, they look like Alabama. It's just like a bunch of guys. Like you got what's his name? Saint Jack and Jack Saint. I mean
Jack Saint, Rosemary Jack Saint,
Kieras Jackson.
You
know what I'm saying? Like it just
Lad McConkey.
Like McConkey. It just like a bunch of guys. Like good athletes, you know what I'm saying?
Unproven talent.
You don't see no
George
Pickens, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't see no Mecole Hardman type. You don't see dudes like that out there.
Like when they had Juice Williams, Mecole, Terry Godwin, all of them at one time. You know what I'm saying?
It's just a bunch like at Alabama. You got
Isaac Nauta.
You got Deshaun Golston.
And Holden.
I mean.
Yeah,
just guys like that.
Jay Burton.
He in the NFL. It just don't look. It's just a bunch of guys. And like I said, with me and Quinn, like with Bama, we always want Ja'Cory Brooks out there because to me that looks like the guy. You know what I mean? But then,
and I know who the guy is on that AD, but you know he hurt. So you know what I'm saying. And I understand. I wouldn't rush him back because you need him more later down the stretch.
I just busted Trayshawn Holden name.
Joe did. Call the man Golden.
John Golden. Man, who this man talking about? but I do agree with both of y'all though. But I think you know, like I said, man. And then I, you know, I can't stand those Georgia fans that now all of a sudden you hated Stetson, you loved him, now you hate him. You hate him because he had a bad game? Come on, man, knock it off. Now, the first week of the season, you wanted him to be the Heisman. Now you want him to put Carson Beck in the game. No. Guess what? Like I said, man, he could lose the rest of the games this year. Man, he broke the drought. Stetson forever got a place in old Mike Pace heart. You understand what I'm saying to you? So listen, I don't give a damn. He got there throw interceptions the rest of the year. Stetson all right with me. But nah, man, I don't like them fans that, now it's a problem and now they were saying all this about the defense and saying okay. You know what I mean? But them will be the same ones if you know, come out and have and win the SEC championship to be talking about, I knew this team was this and that. You understand what I'm saying? So, and it is what it is, right? You have to understand that every week not gonna be pretty. It could be back to back that you don't play pretty, right? Hey man, listen, survive in advance. Just all you got to do is that one over with. Now you got to fix what you got to fix, but you got to move on. And I mean. You win some, you lose, even if they lose, right? Like, that's why you play.
Like I heard Saban at the press conference yesterday. He said, out of the 15 years he been there, only had 2 teams go undefeated.
Come on now. But how many ships he got?
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's not, it's like, rest in peace. Like Nipsey used to say, it's a marathon, baby. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's not a sprint. It's not one game and you win it all. Georgia and Alabama both lost a game last year.
Help.
You understand what I'm saying? Like it is what it is. When Clemson won, they lost, right? With Deshaun Watson them beat Alabama, didn't they lose to Pittsburgh?
Deshaun Watson them lost, I think, but Trevor Lawrence team lost.
No, I ain't talking about that one. I'm talking about when D. Watson them won, when they beat them. They lost to Pittsburgh. Or NC State?
Instead of Pittsburgh.
Somebody kicked the field goal.
That was Pitt. Yeah, that was Pitt, yeah.
Pitt beat them. But I mean, it is what it is, right? Like, you know, I'm not worried. Like, I see a lot of people.
Ohio State lost to who?
Ohio State lost to the year they won it in 2014. They lost to
I don't know who they are, because they beat Michigan State.
They beat Michigan. They beat Michigan State. Was it Wisconsin? It was some no-name team that year.
Did they lose the conference that year?
Did they lose to Iowa? Like a
They
conference
no, because you remember Cardell came in them last year game. They beat Wisconsin in the conference championship like 59-0. I can't remember what game they lost though.
They lost early because in the middle of the season they was like 15th or something. Like they was like way back.
Did they lose the first game? I know one year they lost to Virginia Tech in the opener, but I don't think that was them. I think that was them, right? When they had what's my man? No. The guy that was before him that got hurt. He ended up playing wide receiver for
Mike.
Houston.
They lost to Virginia Tech 35-21. Second game of the season.
What's homeboy name? He ended up playing wide receiver for the Texans. Braxton Miller.
Yep.
And you remember he got hurt. Then JT came in. JT broke his ankle.
Yeah.
And he got hurt. And that's when, like Quinn says, when Cardell came, they beat they hit a stride, bro. They was on it. Yeah, that's right. But I mean, I'm not worried. You know what I'm saying? Like, because like I said, it was a lot of good stuff I saw. Because when they started running the ball, they started running the ball. You know what I mean? And
you remember that next season when Zeke was complaining the whole season because Derrick Henry was getting all them carries and he waiting.
Right. Yeah. So you know what I mean? Like, I ain't worried about them boys. Dejan Edwards finna cause a problem because he reliable, dog. I've liked Dejan Edwards since he was a freshman at Big. Jeez, man, he running that ball, man. He
actually, to me, like the best running back on the team.
Yeah.
That's why I say he finna cause some problem. Because I know it's been some conversations behind closed doors.
Yeah. I mean, because Kirby gonna be like Nick. Kirby gonna put the best player out though.
Absolutely. Yeah. I love them all, but Dejan he looking mighty Nickish out there. Mighty Nick Chubbish out there, man. He look good though.
What y'all think about what Lincoln Riley done did out there in California?
Ain't no surprise, right?
I'm saying like
ain't no surprise. I don't think it's nothing.
You think they're a true contender?
No.
I think defensively they can't keep up. And I don't know if offensively yet they're where he's gonna take them. Because Stankin' Lankin gonna get a right.
Get him one of them Cali quarterbacks out there.
And one of them receivers. Or two of those receivers, right? And then they gonna get him
Luckily he ain't got Drake London.
Right. So he always impressive to me though. Riley always impressive. And he don't care about defense. He like Kevin. He gonna run it up on you, dog. He gonna run it. But he brilliant offensively, dog. What he do with them quarterbacks, dog? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So Kevin, I don't think that they will hold up against I don't even think they will hold up against Michigan because the way Michigan run the football, I think that would be tough for SC to stop. That back for Michigan, man, he nasty.
It's something about Michigan. I think it's Harbaugh that I just don't believe in.
I just
that's
think
exactly what it is for me.
I don't think offensively they scare you.
They don't.
Right?
He run an old school. He run an NFL offense up there. That's why. Which ain't. It's working in the Big Ten right now, but when you come up against competition that can actually score, that's where the problem lies.
Yeah. Because that's why I don't think that you could just run the ball like that consistently nowadays, right? Excuse me, and beat like the top of the top. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's hard, man. It's hard to just run that ball.
It's just style of play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because they good, like I say now that what's his name? Corum, the running back?
Blake Corum. Yeah, he's real good.
Goodness gracious, bro. So that's why I say like a team like SC, they could just control the clock, right? Michigan, because he gonna average like 6-7 yards a carry against a team like that. You understand what I'm saying? And I think they tough defensively. Now I ain't gonna say you're gonna shut SC down, but I think like Quinn was saying with Tennessee last week, I think Michigan could get enough stops, and then they could just sustain long drives against you. You understand what I'm saying? But yeah. That's what you got to do. That's what you got to do against Bryce Young. That's your best bet is to keep him over there, right?
Keep him over there and have more than a touchdown lead in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. Because that's what Texas did, right? But Texas couldn't get that one drive.
They can stretch that lead in.
That's it.
Ewers coming back, ain't Quinn Ewers ain't coming back this week?
I think
he's playing. I talked to my the guy I went to the game a couple weeks ago. He said, he's starting this week.
So I'm interested to see what they look like when he come back.
Cause they talked about him playing last week, but he wasn't quite ready.
I like that dude. I think he.
I do too.
I think he might be something.
Hey Kevin, I'm talking about it. He stared that Bama defense down and said, I'm coming at you.
Look, he was throwing some of those, and I know a lot of people was tripping on the Bama corners, but some of them balls was just like, it didn't matter.
Indefensible.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's part of playing cornerback, though. Like, all you can do is hold to be in good position. You're not going to make every play on every throw.
That's what I'm saying. That one, it was too deep once he threw. It didn't matter.
The first one that led to the touchdown at the end of the first quarter,
right?
Like that was perfect. That was good coverage, but that was a perfect throw and catch.
Yeah.
Sometimes, that's all it is to it. But like Kevin say, like I heard Pat Surtain, senior say,
Big Pat.
Yeah. He said, "Hey, you gonna get your ass beat sometime? Well, what you gonna do? You gotta get up and go finish that thing. If that don't mean you trash. Like, I don't think nobody thinks Jalen Ramsey trash, but he got beat in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, but Ewers, man, he nice. He nice. But nah, SC, Kevin, I think 2-3 years though, they're gonna be something to reckon with. You know what I mean? What y'all think about, real quick, Oklahoma, dog?
It's what I expected, to be honest with you. Because I mean,
they didn't just lose though.
Yeah. See, I didn't expect them to come out and be like in the college football playoff. I expected them to be, 8-9ish. Because it's first year coach.
I didn't.
Really?
No, because I don't think Venables is not a head coach, and he don't. Did you see how much they lost over the season? How many of their good players, how many of their great players on that team went to SC with Lincoln? But
I thought they had been playing well.
No, they ain't. I've been watching them, Mike. They haven't been playing that great.
Well, hey, listen,
it's been the competition.
Okay, because Martinez gave them business, and last weekend I thought LaDainian Tomlinson was back. Good.
So Quinn, I think you hit the nail on the head right there about Venables, right? So like that's one of the things that I always wonder, like, why is it that when a coordinator does well, people always want to elevate them to head coach, when head coaching is more about managing personalities and managing the entire organization than it is like play calling.
Yo.
You know what I mean? Like
some dudes are just meant to be coordinators.
Like I swear Lane Kiffin is not a head coach.
No.
I swear he's not. Like, make him my offense coordinator all day, but I'm not hiring him as my head coach because he's not. I don't feel like he's a leader of men, and I feel like that's what you have to be a head coach.
I agree. I don't think Lane disciplined enough.
No, he just like you got to discipline him just like the players,
right?
Like,
but see, with Venables, I don't know. I give him a chance.
Yeah,
I'm cool with giving him a chance.
It's the reason why. Mm-hmm. He ain't been a head coach, man. He been had chances. He don't want to be a head coach. I think he kind of got. I don't know if he got. I ain't gonna say forced into it, but
I get what you're saying.
He could have been a head coach a long time.
Yeah, he been down there about 10 years, huh?
Long time.
12.
I think he probably thought it's a now or never situation. Like I never get this opportunity to coach this team
give it a shot.
So, let me jump at it while I can.
To me, the fact that he just now taking a head coaching job is kind of like, I won't say it shows a lack of confidence, but it is kind of telling. Like, it's a reason why he wasn't. It's the same with like why they say Eric Bieniemy ain't been a head coach. Like, there's a reason for that.
Yeah,
because now think about what y'all saying. You seen Mel Tucker jump
Kirby Smart. I think those are two different situations, though.
Kirby's totally different because
I'm
operating on the right situation.
Right, but I'm saying to y'all point, Mel Tucker dipped. Mel Tucker dipped after that national championship. Yeah. He was at Georgia 2 years. That was the second year. What's my man that got hired at Texas? Well, he was already a head coach. But no. Herman.
Tom Herman.
But he was already at Houston. Yeah, but I get what y'all saying. You got guys. Hell, Dan Lanning.
Yep.
He went on out there to Oregon. I understand what y'all. Yeah, y'all do make good points when you say that. Cause yeah, man. Yeah. Nah, y'all right.
He just don't seem like a leader of men. He seems like just a football guy. You know what I mean? Like a guy that can coach the
love football, coach it, yeah.
But in terms of all that other stuff, like I don't know if that's him.
I feel you.
Like great coordinator, don't get me wrong, but I don't know if it's him. And you know, it's hard to judge off one season. Your man ain't had one season.
Yeah.
And like you said, all the people left, all the other guys left. But at the same time, man.
I feel y'all though, because it's like that with certain players. Certain players are great players, but they might not be fit to lead the team.
And I don't think he's the right coach to lead them into the ACC either, because if he leads them into the ACC the way they are now, then they're gonna be reserved in no time.
Man, Quinn, and I forgot about that. See, I don't know if I would have took that job.
See, right?
You want me to take my baby Cubs into the Lions den, dog? We going over there? Look, Mama, I don't want to go over there. I don't want to go over their house. Yeah, Quinn, I keep forgetting about. Cause see, it's like this, right? Texas look like they're going this way. Like they look like they're gonna be all right. Oklahoma just the last week, boy, them boys, see, like, that tail.
At a school like that, you got to get the head coaching job right.
Yeah,
right. Because
true.
That's like a traditional powerhouse.
Absolutely. Stoops
you can win a national championship at a school like that. So you have to get the head coaching job right. You know what I mean? Like you can't miss on those at universities like that.
You can't because like you said, you definitely, it's like the Ohio State, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because you can get a proven guy to school like that. You don't have to get these young up and coming guys where you just testing something out and you don't know. There's certain schools where certain schools are designated for guys who don't have no kind of experience as a head coach, you know what I mean? Or if you're not sure, but there's certain schools where, hey, I need the top of the top.
Cause you're right. You could do that out of Mississippi State, out of Tennessee, out of Wisconsin or something like that. But whereas you're talking Ohio States and LSU's and you know what I mean, Florida and those, because even though Georgia hadn't won, they was on the cusp for so long. Yeah. It was just waiting for somebody to break it through.
And with Georgia, I feel like like you said, they needed to break through. So they needed that shock value type new head coach. You know what I mean? Like they ain't won a championship in 40 years, right? So we need to completely change. You know what I mean? So we can go after a new up and coming guy that's can. First of all, he's an alum. He's a Georgia alum. So we need to go after a guy like that, take us over the top. But certain schools who traditionally won championships and stuff like that, like,
yeah,
I don't think I'm going for no first year head coach.
No, absolutely not.
I'm going after a big dog.
Well, even to Michigan. That's why Michigan went and got Harbaugh. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Like situation like that.
Yeah, like we not messing around. We're gonna go get a guy. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So
like even like when Ohio State when they got Urban Meyer. You know
absolutely. Absolutely.
And got all the money.
Yeah, absolutely. And Ryan Day holding it down. Yeah. So real quick, then we can move on. What do y'all think about? Listen. We talked a whole lot about LSU and what we thought and what they not, but they 4-1, right?
And they looking better and better every week too.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Like, you like, okay, they win one, but they looking better, man. Probably should be 5-0, right?
Look, man, I don't like the guy, but Brian Kelly can obviously coach football.
Yeah.
So,
Well, we never said he couldn't. We just thought he didn't fit in.
I did.
Well, me and Kevin. So what y'all think though? What y'all think about him?
My thoughts are still the same. I still don't think they're worth nothing.
Really?
You say, like, Quinn, you say they're looking better, but look, they're not beating nobody.
I'm just saying they're looking better than what I expect them to look. That's what I mean by that.
People they playing.
They beat.
He's Kevin.
They beat Auburn,
Mississippi State.
I didn't expect them to win that Mississippi State game.
I didn't.
Be honest with you.
I didn't expect them to win that Mississippi State game. No way did I expect them to win Mississippi State game. I ain't gonna even lie.
New Mexico and Southern.
Okay, so you got a point.
Yeah.
But Mississippi State is a good win, though. No?
They'll get a little bit of credit.
Look, I'm not saying like.
Dang.
I'm not saying like Mississippi State.
Ruthless Wellback.
I'm not saying that Mississippi State is the Citadel. That's not what I'm saying. But I ain't ready to just throw them in the SEC championship because they beat Mississippi State.
Oh no, nothing like that. They look better than I was expecting to look though. Because with everybody they lost, and because they don't have the same roster LSU used to having. They don't have in the quarterback situation.
It's crazy.
Because LSU usually have some beasts on the outside. They don't have the receivers. They don't have any of that.
Yeah, because I think Auburn is doodle, and they didn't handle Auburn the way they should.
Yeah,
Auburn,
that's true.
Yeah, Auburn bad. But okay, so this weekend they play Tennessee.
Yeah,
it's at LSU. They took away the advantage though, right? It's at
noon night game.
Yeah, it's at 12 o'clock.
Well,
yeah.
I would have went off.
If they,
I expect Tennessee to win that game.
How the hell y'all gonna give me a home game at LSU and it ain't at night?
Death Valley.
If I was at LSU, I want every home game to be at night.
Absolutely.
every last home game to be
we
at night.
We don't do it if it ain't nighttime. At least about to be night. Don't schedule me no earlier than 6:30.
The light should never not be on at the LSU home game.
Listen, if you schedule me before 6 o'clock, we ain't playing. Yeah.
Like how bad do you think Tennessee is gonna beat them? Because I'll be impressed if they can keep it close. If LSU can keep it close, I'll be impressed.
Well, this is why I think LSU can keep it close. Tennessee lost another starting corner. Ooh. And they already won that good. Right.
They already won that good on defense anyway.
And LSU can run the football, right? So check this out. Now, don't get me wrong, Daniels ain't no Anthony Richardson. But Florida don't have no receiver that's as good as Keyshawn Boutte.
He can't.
He ain't been playing that great though.
He had 80 yards for passing last week.
Who ain't been playing that great, Quinn?
Boutte.
Why?
Well, I mean,
because his quarterback had 80 yards passing last week.
Yeah, listen, guy. Like he just been dropping the football or something out there. But you're right, Kevin.
He did have one drive because he was shocked that it got to it.
That's the reason why they 4-1 and they only ranked 25.
So this a blowout?
I think so.
I don't know about that, but I know Tennessee is clearly a better team, so they're gonna win.
Absolutely, yeah, they better.
I think it's a blowout. I think 2 touchdowns plus.
Yeah. Would you worry about Tennessee against Alabama without Bryce?
Yeah, a little bit because I think they'll need to score more of that game. And if Alabama can,
oh man,
it's so. Here's the thing, Mike. You saw how they ran it. You saw how they ran the rock in the fourth quarter, right?
Absolutely.
If they can do that, then I'm not worried about them in any game because they got the best. To me, they got one of the best running back rooms in college football right now.
I think Ole Miss got the best though.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. One of though.
Yeah.
So if they can, because if I was them, I would lean on that. Even with Bryson now, I would lean on that because that's gonna open up more on the back end.
Especially just to protect Bryce.
Exactly.
I want to keep him clean. So yeah, I feel you. Okay. I'm with you. Because defensively, Tennessee don't scare me.
Nah.
Now offensively, they good.
Yeah. Because they probably got the best wide receiver room in the league right now. Tennessee.
I worry more about Ole Miss than Tennessee.
Really, Kevin?
Because ability to run the ball from Ole Miss, them boys bad, bro.
Like y'all talking about keeping Bryce off the field.
Jenkins and Zach Evans. Oh, they tough.
That Zach Evans acquisition was big for them.
Well, he was the number one back coming out of his class. He just had some off the field stuff that kept him.
Yeah, I was shocked he went to TCU in the first place.
Well, he was going to Georgia, and something happened. Something happened. I don't know. You don't remember when Deion was there?
Oh yeah, that's right.
And the whole issue was something in Kirby. There was something, and then he was gonna go to Florida, and then he was gonna go to Tennessee, and ended up at TCU. Left TCU, was gonna go to Florida again, and ended up at Ole Miss. I don't know what happened, but I'm just glad he got it straightened out. But he a bad boy.
Yeah.
Regardless, right? So yeah. Now, okay, all right. Well, we'll see this weekend, man, you know, what it is. I know CBS.
Georgia 47, Auburn 3.
Hey, listen, man, prediction. I hope that you are right. I hope you right time 10.
That's what I hope I ain't right. I hope it's 50-something to 3. -3. Can you score negative points?
I hope Auburn don't score nothing.
I hope they don't either. And I hope they get kicked out of the league after the
game. That's what I'm talking about, Quinn. Yeah. So look, man.
Oh, dogs.
That's right. We'll go to NFL, man. Some not so fun stuff happened last week with Tua, man. That whole situation everybody's seen and know of by now. The situation with him with the concussion, should he have even been playing? All of it, man. What's up?
The more I think about it, the more I'm leaning towards Kevin. Because I was like, nah, never. He should definitely come back and play. But man, I don't know no more, man.
It's me. I'm finding something else to do, bro. Like, I'm not playing with no injury like that. Like, you can repair knees, you can repair shoulders and ankles and all of that, bro. That brain, that's not something to play with, bro. Because no, we all gonna say, oh, we're not doctors, we don't know what happened in the first. Hey man, I don't care how bad your back hurting, you don't get up and do this.
Yeah,
concussion to me in that first one. You know what I mean? And then 5 days later, you got a true concussion, a real concussion. Nah, bro.
See, and the thing, I'm with you, man. Kevin, the thing for me is, like you said, was spot on, right? We can fix a knee. We can fix an arm, an ankle. But check this out. Even if I go back out there and rip my knee up again, and even if, like, I walk with a limp and my knee messed up the rest of my life, I can walk. I'm here. I'm here.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So when with an injury, like you said, playing with the brain and the spine and all that stuff.
Because you've seen it affect, Junior Seau. You know what I mean? You've seen like what they said about Aaron Hernandez when they did the, autopsy on him and all that, traces of CTE and all of that.
And I ain't playing with none of that brain, neck, back.
Nope.
We saw what Michael Irvin, Sterling Sharp, I'm out.
And you can do the same thing they doing. Hey, give me you played at the University of Alabama and you played in the NFL. Somebody can give you a good paying job. Hey, you don't have to worry about no career. You cool.
Nah, you good, I mean? Brother.
And I get it. You know what I mean? Like young dude want to play football. You know, I get it, man. Because
I mean, we want to see him play.
Yeah, I definitely want to see him play. But even for him, right? You're in a situation where you know the head coach don't want you there. You're in a situation where you finally got a coach that believes in you. You're starting to have a little bit of success. And now this. You know what I mean? It's hard to just, it's easy for us to say, oh, he shouldn't play. But for him, man, I'm finally having success. Things are finally going good. We got a good team, organization believe in me, coach believe in me. I want to play. But I just don't think it's the smart thing to do at this point.
I just don't think it's safe. You know what I'm saying?
Too many unknowns if he take a hit like that again.
That's the thing.
And the odds are you're gonna take another hit like that.
Yeah.
Playing football. You playing football.
Playing football.
I'm surprised they ain't start making them with them bump cap they wear in practice.
Me too, Kevin. I thought it would have been put because that's what they there for.
Talking about them little cornrow. That look like they got some straight back. Yeah,
some pampers they put on their head.
The boy got some straight back. They got some straight backs on their head.
They got the Kawhi wig.
Yeah. Word, man. Man, I hate it so bad. That was scary watching that, dog. Man, was I scared. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, at first I thought he broke his thumb. But then I saw his other hand. I'm like, whoa, what the hell? So, you know, it was scary, man. So, which leads me to this. You know, I know it ain't as easy as we might think or whoever on the outside looking in, but, bro, they got to do something to guarantee these contracts, dog.
Yeah.
Like they have to, bro. They have to. And I know it's way easier said than done. I know I ain't in none of them dudes' shoes as far as sitting out or holding out or fighting that, you know, the CBA and fighting the NFL and whatnot. But, man, something got to be done, man, because it's just outrageous, bro. Like, and it's sad. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be willing. Why be so greedy? You got to be willing to pay these dudes they worth and stop throwing a number out there that you know you ain't gonna pay them on the back end anyway. You know what I'm saying? I just think it gotta be some guaranteed, man. Like, and it gotta be not one-offs, right? What was it, Kirk Cousins and Deshaun and, you know, no, it has to be more NBA, MLB like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. At least like a percentage or something, man, because it don't make any sense for the league that you can get injured in the easiest to be the league that doesn't have guaranteed contract, man.
I think that's kind of the owner's point, though. That's why they.
I know that's their point, but I mean, at some point you got to concede that that's where your money is coming from, and because they making billions anyway, man. I mean,
oh man, people that make that kind of money, I don't think most of them got to that point by being considerate of others.
Yeah, that's the issue. You know what I'm saying? It's like they care about the value of the dollar more than they value the person. You understand what I'm saying?
100%.
It just sucks. But you hear people speak on certain ones, right? Like I hear people speak on like how they treated by this one. I hear people talk about how Jerry Buss treated them. I hear people talk about, you know, but I
heard that about Arthur Blunt.
Yeah.
I agree with Kevin more not that they gonna care about the person than they dollar. I agree with Kevin. It sucks. You know what I mean? And you know, it's easy for me, you know, us to say, well, y'all boys got to sit out because we ain't got no $45,000 tuition to pay for our 8-year-old. Right. You understand what I'm saying? And then I hate the people that say, well, why they want to put them in? Well, shut up. Because they worked hard and they want their kids to get what ain't afforded to them or what wasn't afforded to them. You understand what I'm saying? Knock it off. I don't never tell nobody what to do with their bread.
That's why I said that about Tua. Like, it's easy for us to say, "Oh, he shouldn't play." But like I said, that man finally having some success. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could see it better if it was. And I don't want to put this on nobody else, but I'm just throwing it out. Like, if it was Joe Burrow or Justin Herbert who had a little success, and everybody is like, crowning them as the next this or that, the next that. But for Tua, who was in that same draft class, it's a guy who's been dealing with adversity the entire time and dealing with people not believing in him the entire time. And now he finally get some sort of comfort and people believing in him, and he's having some success. I seriously doubt that man's just gonna walk away at this point.
It's hard. It's hard, bro. Think about. I know it's a different sport, but even TJ Ford, after 2 neck injuries, he still came back.
Yep.
Like, bro, this is something you work for.
People told him the same thing they telling Tua right now.
Yeah. Because for some people, it's to that point, it's like, is it even worth living if I can't do what I love?
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say, Kevin. Like, this is something these dudes dreamed of, worked damn hard for. It ain't even about the bread at that point. Like you say, Kevin, this is what I do. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's what I do. That sucks. You know what I'm saying? It sucks, man. It really does. But well, prayers to Tua, man. Shout out to Tua, man.
But another thing on that situation with Tua, on the organizational side, right? It sucks even more for Tua because I feel like as an organization, if I'm a GM, if I'm a president, I'm moving on. I'm moving on from him because
can't stay healthy.
Can't stay healthy. Like, I don't care how much promise he got. Like, I'm looking for something else because I can't trust that this guy's gonna be there for me on Sunday. And it's unfortunate. It's not his fault. You know what I mean? But I'm moving on.
So, and I'm gonna say another thing too, as far as organization and league goes, I think that the league got to start holding these teams' feet to the fire, right? The money don't move. So if we say, if we do our investigation, you get caught, whatever, we're gonna charge you, we're gonna fine you $100,000. Nah, you got to up them stipulations. We're gonna fine you, whatever, $5 million, $1 million, and we're gonna charge you for 3 years worth of first round draft picks. Then I think some of them dudes will start thinking more about playing them dudes.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? You got to up the ante a little bit. Start taking away where it hurt. You start taking them draft picks.
But even that situation, and I agree with that, Mike, on a lot of, not just injuries, on a lot of different things.
Yeah.
But even like in that situation, it was more on the independent neurologist, right?
Yes, yeah. Like
than just on the team.
Like, man, because everybody got a job to do. You know what I mean? Do your damn job.
And that's the whole reason they brought in independent doctors, so they weren't connected to the team.
I heard Shady McCoy say that those guys, those neurologists that they hire on Sunday, are the same guys that are denying them their claims and stuff when they put in.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah. He said those are the. Was it either Shady or it was TJ Hoopman's daughter?
Wow.
One of them. They was like, those are the same guys.
So they still not. They still, if that's the case, then they not independent. They still tied to the league.
No, they're not. He was like, those
are
the same guys.
Crazy.
And, like Husmanzada said that when they do those baseline tests, he was like, what you do is you bullshit the test. In the beginning, he was like, so your baseline is already
low.
Here. So when you actually get hurt, you already bullshitted the test. So, cool.
So now it ain't much for you to overcome, is what you're saying. I got you. Wow, that's crazy, dog. That's crazy. That's crazy, man.
Because he was like, you 25. He was like, you want to play. You don't want to, you know what I mean?
You invincible in your mind, too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the hell? Ain't nothing finna stop me from my hell. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's crazy, dog. That's crazy. But like I say, man, shout out to Tua, man. Prayers to Tua, man. Like, whatever decision you make, man, just make sure you do what you want to do. And, whew.
Tua coming back in 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Watch.
Jeez, man.
2 weeks?
That's what I tell you. It's going to be 2 or 3 weeks. He's going to be back out there.
Would you play him if you Miami Dane?
Of course he's going to play him because what he's going to say is he
No, I'm saying would you?
Would you play him?
If it was me, if he don't look right, I wouldn't. But see, like the thing we got to understand is like, I don't really think it's up to him to bench a player that's healthy. Like I think like as an organization, they're gonna be like, no, you're gonna play him if he's healthy. Like for him to just make a decision and be like, oh no, I'm not playing him because I care about this guy and this and that. I wouldn't think it would be up to him.
So I heard Mike Tomlin saying like why he ain't play Ryan Clark.
I agree with that. But he don't have the same talk, Mike.
That's what I was just gonna say. Kevin. Like, it's two different, you know what I'm saying? And it's two different organizations where they actually respect Mike Tomlin.
Yeah, Mike Tomlin is like you said, they respect him. There's a totally different situation. With Mike McDaniels, he's a first-year coach. You know what I mean? Coming to a new organization, like if the medical staff clear him, and that's his job, you know what I mean? Like the medical staff clear him, like he's not gonna go against doctors and say, no, y'all don't know what y'all talking about. He's not healthy. I'm not playing him. Like he's gonna play him. But like me personally, if I looked at him and I'm like, nah, this guy's not right, I would probably find a way to get out of it. I'm not playing this guy, and I know he's not right. Like that wouldn't.
Yeah, they know.
And Miami know better than that anyway with the situation that they in. They already done lost draft picks and stuff like that because of
doing finicky stuff. Yeah.
So they have to get this right. They can't afford to not get it right. But I think he's gonna be back out there in a few weeks.
I hope not, man.
Because when is that?
Mike, I'm afraid to say I think Kevin's probably right. just looking at the track record of the NFL and teams, I think 2 weeks probably.
That's so sad, bro.
He'll miss this week and next week and be back the week after that.
Like I say, man, prayers up for that dude. Shout out to him, bro, because that's a lot. That's tough. Well, some less somber NFL stuff. Man, Philly still looking good. I mean, man, they look good.
And I agree with Skip, man. Philly going 10-0. If you look at that schedule.
That what Skip Bayless said? Really?
I agree with him. I don't think.
Did somebody else say it though? Because I don't want to agree with Skip.
Agree with Kevin. Just agree with Kevin.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin.
I think they're going 10. I don't think they lose until they play the Packers because they got the Cardinals, Cowboys, Steelers, Texans, Commanders, and Colts.
Wait.
Why do you think they lose to the Packers that week then?
Just because it's time to lose.
Because it's time to lose. It's the NFL. You're not gonna go undefeated. It's because in all honesty, they could lose this week to the Cardinals. I don't think it's gonna happen, but they could. I don't think it's gonna happen, but they could.
Oh.
Dak will be back for the Cowboys, more than likely, when they play the Cowboys in 2 weeks. They could possibly lose that game. I don't think they will. I think Philly run the ball too well to lose to any of these teams they were supposed to be.
Well, if Dak come back, he ain't gonna throw the ball to CeeDee Lamb, so I don't know what it is. Cooper Rush did love CeeDee Lamb. Right. Dak still looking for Amari Cooper.
Yeah, like CD who?
I don't know what's up with that. Well, sometimes it just is what it is.
But the thing about Philly though is they can win in so many different ways, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like last week, that game they won in that monsoon.
I was Jacksonville, right?
Jacksonville. Well, it was in Philly, but they beat Jacksonville.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like they can win like that. They can have Jalen Hurts throw for 300 yards and win. You know what I mean? Like they can win with defense. Like that's a complete team.
Just think about what you just said, and go back 5 years ago. Somebody would tell you was crazy. Like when you was like they could have Jalen throw for 300 yards and win. Like just think about the maturation there, dog.
Yeah, that's crazy. That dude came a long way, man. Because he was talking about how Doug Peterson talked to him after the game. He was saying how Doug Peterson told him, I'm not surprised, that you basically turned into this, you know what I mean? And like, I'm proud of you and all of that. And he was like, yeah, appreciate you taking a chance on me. But yeah, man, I'm surprised that Jalen turned into this. Because like I always say, my wife asked me a few years ago when he was playing at Bama, she was like, you think he'll be an NFL quarterback? I was like, hell no. Now, in the first quarter of the season, he probably
MVP.
As far as the MVP.
That just let you know what type of dude he is, though, man. Because that dude has always been about business from day one.
Man, I'm talking about rock solid, bro. That's he's so likable. You understand what I'm saying? Like, bro, I ain't no Bama fan, but how you root against this cat, bro?
It's hard. It's hard.
You understand what I'm saying? Like you looking at this dude, like it's just like, bro, you gotta root for this cat. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and then especially what happened to him, like,
and just the way he handled that, man.
Come on,
that's the thing. Like, I couldn't have handled it like that. There's no way I could have handled it like that. I would not have had the maturity to handle it like that.
We see dudes transfer in the middle of the season. This was the last game of the year. This was the championship.
Not only did he get benched in the championship, he came back.
That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. Like, right? Like we see guys get mad in the middle of the season and transfer. Yeah. This was the championship game. He could have done whatever he wanted.
Right.
Yeah.
He different, man. I mean, that's
and just solid, bro. Like, I mean, that kind of mindset though, you primed to be whatever you want to be for real. You know what I mean?
And then that team, man. Like when you look at the defense, like I said, the pass rushers they got. You got Fletcher Cox and Riddick and Hargrave,
Slade,
Graham, Darius Slade, Epps. Like, and then you know what they got on offense: AJ, Devontae, Miles Sanders, Dallas Goedert. Like,
Miles, they running Miles.
Yeah, they actually let him run the ball this year. And then you got Boston Scott backing up, and like,
they tough.
That is, like I said, that's the best team I've seen. The most complete football team I've
seen. Yeah.
Let me ask y'all this.
Yeah, go ahead.
What's a player on that team that they can't lose besides
nobody?
Jay?
That's the issue.
Yeah.
That's why they're so good. They're so deep. Like they could lose one player other than Jalen Hurts and still be. And what's crazy, they might be able to deal with Jalen because they still got Gardner Minshew, right?
Do they?
Is he still there? I don't even know who the backup is.
I think he's the backup.
And Gardner's definitely serviceable.
Yeah, he's still there. He's still there.
Look, Gardner's serviceable now.
Because like you gotta look at that offensive line. Like look at the offensive line. Joel Malata, Landon Dickinson, Jason Kelsey, Lane Johnson. Like, man, that's them some bosses up front, bro.
Malata might not play this week, but still.
Yeah, I think I don't know what he did to his ankle.
Shoulder. That was shoulder. Was it ankle?
I saw him limping off. I don't know. But that's a big dude. That man, that dude like 6'8", 340.
Man, come on.
That's a big dude, man.
Talking about you finna rush the pass.
And then, like I said, Lane Johnson, Jason Kelsey.
And Jason Kelsey just at this point, he a vet. Like, bro, watch out. Like, you know what I mean?
You know you got an offensive line when your offensive linemen are known. Like,
right.
Like, most offensive linemen, you're not gonna know who they are.
Mm-hmm.
But like when you got offensive linemen that are like, I won't say household names, but like they like Pro Bowlers and you know who they are.
Yeah. And just think, they had Peters in his prime.
Mm-hmm.
Peter's bad, man. Golly.
Then, like I said, Jalen, he taking advantage of his opportunity.
Heck yeah.
The weapons they got, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
I said, they got AJ Brown and Smitty, but then they got Quez Watkins. They got
weapons on every level. Tight end, running back, receiver.
Yeah. Heck yeah, man. Yeah, they looking good, bro.
The only thing I would say about them is they're not like extremely good at one thing. They're just solid everywhere.
Yeah, but I don't know, Kevin, if I probably would just like want that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we was just talking about like, the college teams. Like Michigan can run the ball well, but I don't know about the passing game. Like Bama, what do they do the best? Run or pass? Georgia, what do they do? You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. I think that balance is cool though. You know what I'm saying?
So I guess in like our own little power ranking type zone, who would you say is like? I mean, I don't know how y'all feel about who the best teams are, but
well, they definitely number one for me.
Okay.
Yeah, Philly.
Who is after that?
Kansas.
In Kansas City.
Would I go Kansas City?
I would.
Yeah, I'd probably go KC.
That's hard, Kevin, because I get Kansas City, but
Kansas City.
Yeah, I think I'm going KC, man. Like I said, I like the way this defense been playing too, bro. Like this the best defense that's been there since Patrick Mahomes been there. Straight up. Like,
yeah.
And I think not having Tyreek just put such a focus into a player that good. Like, he already that good. Mm-hmm. And then now I lost my guy. So now I got to focus on helping these guys. You know what I'm saying? I hate saying fill the void because you're not filling the Tyreek Hill void, but you understand what I'm saying. Like,
right. No, I feel you. I feel what you're saying.
Yeah. So I definitely, I go Philly.
It's hard to like come up with a top five though, because I think after about 4 teams, everybody is pretty much
everybody's right in the same. Yeah.
Yeah, because bro, it's the Bucks look bad, Packers look bad. It's like,
but the Packers are 3-1,
but they look,
and so is Minnesota. Why you look like that?
the Packers look
like the Packers disgust you.
They look bad.
They don't look good, and they 3-1.
And maybe
hell, the Cowboys 3-1 too. Like
maybe it's in my mind.
Too.
I'm expecting, because they got Aaron Rodgers, it to just be. You understand what I'm saying? So maybe that's why I'm having
a hard time putting the Bills as high as everybody else. It's something about them. I just don't.
Kevin,
like I know Josh.
Oh. So actually, third would probably be Baltimore for me, but Baltimore
and they 2-2, which is crazy. But I still like them more than I like Buffalo.
I do too.
What do y'all not like about Buffalo?
But this the thing with Baltimore.
I think they're too Josh Allen reliant. Like they depend on him too much.
And I'm gonna tell you real quick with Baltimore for me, I think we can agree both of those games they tricked them off, right? So they tricked them games off, but
because they was on the verge of blowing Buffalo out too.
Yeah, they should have had that game. But with Buffalo, for me, they beat up on defense, and they Micah Hyde out for the year, which is gonna be huge, especially down the stretch. Diggs is Diggs. But then, like, that tight end, he good. But
I don't like their running game. I think that's my issue with them.
That
I
too,
really
but
like
I just don't really know. Like, I don't know.
there's something about them.
They don't scare me as much as Baltimore. So I would go Philly, KC, Baltimore. I guess I would have to go Buffalo. Um, New Orleans just beat the hell. I know Tampa gonna find a way to be around at the end. Actually, I'm gonna tell you who I would go after. Buffalo. Right now, I would go San Francisco. That defense balling.
yeah.
I just
And they
Shout
gonna
out
always be
to
able to
shout
run the
out to
ball.
D'Amico Ryans.
absolutely, D'Amico doing his thing.
So I think after this week, after 5 games, we'll have a better sample size.
That too.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
You'll be able to tell better. Because it's hard after 4 games.
And sometimes it takes like 4 or 5 games for teams to kind of round off too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Because you got to think, like the Giants and the Cowboys are 3-1 at this point. Like, what does that really mean?
Nothing.
It is so odd though, because I'm gonna tell you another team I think record should be better than what it shows is the Detroit Lions.
We said that. I said that week 1 when they played Philly week 1. Like, that is not a bad team.
They are
Nope,
not.
at all.
It's just So I tell you who else playing with some fight. I don't know how good they are, but Atlanta, they playing better. I will say that. But Patterson out.
Patterson went down. I'm gonna tell you, Q, your favorite quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Tannehill, Tennessee coming back. They looking better.
But
I mean, mainly because of Derrick Henry. But I know you just such a big
that's what I'm saying.
fan.
Let's get that established first. So.
I think Q enticed me. He had some hamburgers and stuff, and I got on in the car with Q on that when he had some burgers.
I got on it last year after that playoff game. I was like, yeah, let me catch a ride, Quinn.
Yeah, I jumped on in the wheel with Quinn. You heard me, like, yeah. But what are y'all? What we doing with Denver though? Williams out. He tore his ACL. That sucks. What we doing with them?
I don't know, man. That's weird, man. That team is weird, dude.
They look bad.
Yeah.
Russ put up some numbers the other day.
At times they look bad. That's why I changed that.
Right. Since he looked better.
Since he looked a lot better. I think some of that had to do with Tua going down. But
yeah, for sure.
And the game before that, I think they played the Jets before that.
Mm-hmm. They look better.
Yeah, but
Denver,
I need more games from Denver to kind of judge what they are. I'll just say that. Mm-hmm. I think it's a little too early to tell what they are. But Russ don't look like Russ most of the time.
Think about this team. What would Cleveland be with Deshaun Watson right now?
4-0 or 3-1.
They'll be undefeated.
Yeah.
I mean,
they tricked off 2 games too, didn't it?
You don't think he would have been super rusty coming back, though, Kevin?
But even let's say look.
Even if he is like,
but wait. He ain't like Brissett just been out there slicing and dicing. They definitely win that Jets game, and they was all over Nick Chubb for scoring. But my logic is, if we go up 13 with however much time left, we should be able to bring that home.
Right.
Don't put that on me.
Nah, I mean the goal of the game is to get in the end zone, right?
Oh, okay. And I think he's rushed for over 100 yards and a touchdown in every game this season.
He gets paid to run for yards and score touchdowns, man. I mean,
and he put them up 13 is the crazy part.
Yeah.
But
I can see if they had the ball going in on the 20-yard line and they only up by 6 with a minute left and the other team ain't got no timeout. I can see that.
Is if they keep on playing 500 ball like this and Deshaun Watson come back. And this league is steady. Everybody else steady playing 500 ball like that. I'm saying, man, they better watch out.
Do we think Tampa gonna get it right, or do we think this is who Tampa is?
I compare Tom Brady to Tim Duncan. Like for the last 5 years of Tim Duncan's career, I said he done, he old, and he kept proving me wrong, kept proving me wrong, kept proving me wrong. So until I see Tom Brady fall off and not make the playoffs, not whatever, I'm still believing in him.
So I don't know, Kev. I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that one now, because he looks like age is caught up with him now.
But now, you never know.
I hear you, Quinn, but I got to roll with Kevin because I think the same way about Duncan as I do, with Brady, LeBron James, all them dudes. Man, like
Peyton Manning was the same way before he retired.
Yeah, until you just see them completely knocked out.
Yeah.
I felt that way about Bryce Young till Ringo got that interception. Like, till Ringo got that interception, and I absolutely knew, like,
I did too.
Okay, it's nothing that this dude can do.
Score a touchdown to get a 2-point conversion tied up.
Right. When he got that pick, and I'm like, okay, now it's nothing he can do. Yeah. Right? Like, I just was like, man, like, so but I feel that way about Tom Brady. Like, they probably rattle off 7 games in a row, bro. Get first place and home field advantage and everything else, dog.
Because Fournette playing some ball right now, too.
Man, listen, man, I respect Leonard, man. I've always been a Leonard Fournette fan, but I love the rebrand, as they like to call it. I like what he's done down there in Tampa.
They could easily rattle off these next 3. They should win their next 3 games. They got Atlanta, Pittsburgh, and Carolina.
Oh, them dubs.
What y'all think about Pittsburgh? Y'all think Pickett should be the guy going forward?
Absolutely.
He got to be. Like, Mitchell Trubisky has shown that he is not going to lead no franchise nowhere. Like, you cannot win consistently with him. Move on to the next guy and see what he can do.
Yeah, man. And if nothing, it's just going to give you juice, right? Like,
it ain't like you losing nothing by playing Kenny Pickett.
Not at all.
Yeah, that's true.
And we talk
TJ Watt going down big, man.
Oh, that hurt him.
When is he coming back? I don't think he tore his pec. It was a pec, right?
He still got a few weeks though.
Yeah,
because at first it was all season, and then he got a second opinion, and I think they brought it down to maybe half the season, so he still got a few weeks left.
Yeah, that's what it is. So, I think Pickett definitely, because you ain't winning no Super Bowl, right?
Get that man some experience.
Get him in there.
They got to address their offensive line too, because I'm seeing Najee get hit in the backfield. I don't know how in the world he ran for 1,000 yards last year.
You know how. See, look, they talking about Nick. Right, Nick got 459 yards and 5 touchdowns. So you put Deshaun Watson with that. What's up? What's up with the Rams? They still celebrating?
I don't know. I think it's more what's up with Stafford.
I think Matt, right? But he got hit 17 times the other night. You can't allow your quarterback to get it. So he got sacked 7. But this the thing too. They brought in Allen Robinson, but they missing Robert Woods. Mm-hmm. They're missing Robert Woods and Odell Beckham both.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know. Matt got more interceptions than touchdowns right now.
Listen, bro, that don't know. You know how I feel about it. That don't shock me with him.
I normally agree with you because normally he throws a lot of picks, but he normally throws a lot of
touchdowns. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Who else gonna catch the ball? Allen Robinson is just not. I don't know if he's comfortable yet because he can play, but I think losing Robert Woods hurt them more than they thought it would.
Why did they give up Robert Woods for him anyway? Because I feel like Robert Woods fit them perfectly.
So consistent. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, you know how that goes. That's one of the business of football.
Yeah.
That business aspect.
That's what that is. You're right. So, because, man, I love Robert Woods. He catch everything, you know what I mean? Tough, block like crazy. But I think, Kevin, that's affected them more than they thought. You know what I'm saying? Losing him, losing Odell. Yeah, I think it's affected them big time.
Yeah, because there was a different team after Odell got a completely different team, and
Yeah.
they lost both of them.
You was damn near unguardable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Cup doing what he do. I mean, Cup caught what 10 balls Friday, Sunday, but who else caught it though? If it ain't him or Higbee,
that's what I'm saying. If he can catch 10 balls every week, but if he ain't got nobody to offer him to be effective too, then them 10 balls really ain't making no difference.
And I think they was dependent on Van Jefferson being more a part of the offense too this year, and I think Van Jefferson's still injured. You see what I'm saying? So, but they haven't looked good. Jacksonville has looked better and better.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence looking like he looks like he's gonna be that guy.
Yeah, he's gonna be all right, man. He's gonna be all right. So
I mean, I ain't gonna say all that. He was all right.
Look,
I ain't gonna get on my soapbox about the Bears this week.
Please do.
Well, I saw they ran a play that you loved the other day.
3rd and 15, you ran a tight end screen.
You ain't like that?
You mean that they ran Brock Bowers can get them 15 yards?
If it was a Brock Bowers tight end, that'd be one thing.
Trap, George, Kittle,
like a Dallas Goedert type guy.
Yeah.
Bro.
They ran that thing with Mark Bavaro.
Even more, he was so trash. I was thinking about that the other day when I was watching the Giants. And they used to love to talk about Mark Bavaro. He was so trash.
Bavaro, they love Mark Bavaro.
Whole season, he might have 26 receptions. But anyway.
for 47 yards.
Right. 8 tackles to get them yards. Like, hell out of here, bro. But no. Like on 2nd down, you run the ball. Instead of trying to get half of the 15 you need, because it was 2nd and 15. Instead of getting half of the 15 that you need, you run the football.
And don't get anything.
How about let's get 7 yards? How about that?
Because if you think about it, in the NFL, it should be easy to do an out for 5, 6, 7 yards or a curl for 5, 6, 7 yards or something.
Why do people think Tom Brady is so good, bro? Like people forget that Tom Brady will dink and dunk you to death, just like Pat Mahomes. I think people forget that, bro. Just like Peyton Manning. I think people forget that these quarterbacks like that, they take their chances, yeah. But for the majority of the game, they have no issue checking the ball down.
Drew Brees.
Yep, Drew Brees.
Phillip Rivers. Like, you know how many balls Gates caught?
5 yards, 7 yards. That one been 3rd and short.
Big Ben. Absolutely. All Big Ben tight ends love him.
Yeah, exactly.
Every last one of them. All of them love him.
I just don't get it. I mean, I know I'm not no offensive coordinator.
But I feel you. Bro. I feel you. I feel you.
That stuff ain't rocket science, though, Kev. I mean,
it's not.
On the real.
It's not. It's really not, bro. Yeah. Some of these teams that they just piss me off so bad because I like Jay Fields, man. I hate to see him in that situation.
Yeah, he's in a terrible situation.
They put him in a horrible situation. Like,
yeah, he bad off. Hey, yo, what's up with Matt? That joker ankle bad off, man.
Oh, did you hear him screaming though, man?
They said it ain't even hardly moving now.
Dude, he was screaming like you could like I ain't never like I've heard people scream, but dude, that he was screaming, man. Like I was shocked to hear because you never like hearing reaction out of Mac, but the way he was screaming, dude, like, yeesh. and then Hoyer went down too, so they did QB3 now.
They got what Zap or whatever his name is.
Zappy.
Yeah,
Zappy.
Zappy. Hey, sound like them words used to come up on Batman. Remember the words used to come up? How? It come up the plant. Flap. Yo, what the hell was that? But look. The Giants quarterback situation was crazy too, right? Like Jones went out, Tyrod came in, Tyrod got hurt. Man, listen, I love Tyrod, but Lord,
Hey, I always wanted Tyrod to be good. It just like I feel about Tyrod the same way I used to feel about Tavares Jackson. I used to always want him to be good so bad. And I always wanted Tyrod to be good so bad. I used to be happy like when he was in Houston, he got a chance to start, and it just ain't it.
And then he just stay hurt. Tyrod get hurt, just calling height.
Didn't he get hurt like sneezing or something when the year was out for the whole season or something?
Bruh, how he came in the game for a hurt guy. You get hurt, and the hurt guy got to come back in the game. Poor Tyrod, man.
And the Giants 3-1.
Lord, how much is Jesus, boy? Tyrod just he called height. The broke a rib or something. I don't know. He just be hurt. But yeah, Mac Jones, man, get healthy, man, for real, dog. Oh man, prayers for my guy Lou Singh, bro. Broke his leg, compound fracture.
Yeah.
But Lou gonna be back. Lou a soldier, man. Woo, that's tough, man.
Patient and stuff like that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man, that's tough, man. Man. What you gonna do?
Y'all check that in preseason basketball yet?
I did. I watched Brooklyn.
Oh shit.
Boy, you ain't see that pass Ben Simmons through Quinn. I meant to text it to you.
No, you didn't. You knew what my reaction was gonna be. I want to talk about being to playoff time. I don't care what he do during the regular season.
It looked like a pass LeBron James would throw. Huh? He can't get no love.
Like, he been day drinking, man.
Bruh, Ben could always pass.
Yeah, he could. But look, I'm not saying Ben couldn't play. I talk to me during playoff time.
Okay.
Hey, Q, look, I'm not so much with you on Ben, but I'm with you. I feel the same way about Brooklyn, right?
Mm-hmm.
Playoff time.
I've been picking Brooklyn ever since Kyrie and KD got there. And they ain't playing. They ain't like
that's the thing. Cause when I was looking out the other night, I'm like, I felt the same way.
I'm not picking them no more. If they win, fine, whatever. But I'm just not fooling with Brooklyn like that until they show me otherwise. Until they show me that they can get it all together, I ain't fooling with them like that.
Listen, man, I feel you. And I feel that way about the Clippers. I want to see the Clippers got NBA champion potential, right?
Same exact way.
Because honestly, I think John Wall is what they needed anyway. Now I know he ain't old John Wall. I know he ain't old John Wall.
Still though, Kevin.
Sel said he's still fast. Sel said he was watching the other night. Said he's still fast.
Mm-hmm. And he looked like he's not completely 100% back. He's still you can tell he kind of rusty. He ain't been playing because he missed like some bunnies and stuff like that. But once the season go on and he get in basketball shape, I feel like John Wall might be what they was missing. Because I don't feel like Reggie Jackson is no point. And Reggie Jackson he's a scorer.
And imagine Reggie getting to play off the ball with John Wall.
Oh, third shift Reggie.
Yo, those glasses hilarious, dog.
I think John get John about a month to get back into like actual regular season game shape.
He's not been out.
John Wall ain't played since 2019, man.
Bro, and he still ain't but like 30.
That's what I'm saying. He's not that old, bro.
And I tell you what though.
Let me see how
he's a hell of a basketball player.
Yeah, I would have been a John Wall fan.
Absolutely. I love Wall.
Yeah, he's 32. Yeah, he's not that old.
Yeah.
Nah. And plus he ain't got all the miles he don't on his wheels that are normal 32 or whatever either.
Nope. Yeah. Yeah. But I've been checking out some. John Morant looked good the other night. Memphis played. Did y'all check out Cleveland last night with Spider Mitch?
I did not.
I didn't. I meant to.
Huh?
Sit down.
Kevin got a bias. Kevin got a bias season against Cleveland.
This man crazy, bro.
Nah, I ain't watching no damn Cleveland. I watched my boy Zion.
Yeah. I didn't see it, but I saw.
I didn't see the game, but
I saw his numbers.
Yeah.
So when they kick off on the 18th, so we'll save all the who we think gonna do what talk. You know what I'm saying? So we got about a week, about 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we'll save all that. Like I told y'all the other week, I seen some interesting lists. I seen some top 5 lists too. It was pretty interesting.
That's tough.
Top 5. Yeah.
Yo, how Jamal Murray ain't played since the bubble, have
you? Yeah.
That's crazy, bro.
He played. He ain't play all last year. Remember,
I thought he tore his ACL when.
So that year the Lakers won in the bubble. The Lakers beat them. Yep. He played.
Yep. And then
the next year was when Milwaukee won. He got hurt that year. The year Milwaukee won.
At the beginning of that year, right?
It was like the middle. Remember, he got hurt because everybody thought he was going to come back last year toward the end of the season.
Yeah, so best good season I had. Okay.
Yeah. So he got hurt that season. That year that Milwaukee won it all.
I ain't seen him. I want to see what he looking like.
Jay Murray.
Yeah.
Maybe. I hope he'll be all right.
I don't think he knows. People be saying he was just a bubble player, but I don't.
Hell no.
I think Jamal Murray is.
Man, Jamal Murray get down, bro. That dude can hoop. The bubble player in my ass. That boy, that can ball.
I tell you, person, I don't think it was a bubble player, but it's looking like it because he ain't played it. T.J. Warren. I ain't seen him since.
No, he been hurt. But
I know.
But the funny part about that, everybody was saying that it was like T.J. Warren been getting buckets.
Yeah.
Like he got buckets at NC State. You know what I'm saying? He got buckets at Indy. Like he always did. He played with Brooklyn actually.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, yeah, he with Brooklyn. But yeah, he been hurt. He had a super serious injury, foot injury, and set him back a couple times. But yeah, that's how it looks. You know what I mean? Like he can only hoop, but TJ Warren get down though. I like TJ Warren. And people was actually saying that, he went, like, bro, y'all are crazy. TJ Warren a bucket.
That's because a lot of people had never heard of him before that. Because most people don't watch anything other than the stars.
Yeah, he used to get busy at NC State. Right, that boy, that boy scored that ball now for sure.
It's like the average fan, right? Let's say Tyrese Halliburton have a breakout year and average like 25 a game.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like people are not even gonna know who he is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they're gonna be like, "Oh man, where this dude come from?" When he been hooping the whole time he been in the NBA.
What's crazy? People was doing that with Paul Pierce.
Yeah.
Like when I was like, Paul Pierce was top 5 pick with it. Like Paul Pierce was cold in college, cold in high school. He always been cold. What y'all talking about? Yeah.
I can't know about the practice league players. You got
but we all do that though.
Kevin know about the 15th man on the bench.
Hey, look,
I ain't as bad now as I used to be. I used to be bad.
Ricky been hooping. What you
Yeah, I'm still pretty bad. But I don't know if I'm bad.
I ain't as bad. I ain't nowhere near as bad as I used to be.
Mike. Kevin, you can tell you who got drafted 42nd.
His memory better than mine.
I know how Kevin won. But the crazy part about it, me and Kevin used to sit there and watch all that shit together.
Yeah.
I'm talking about.
And he still remember it, and I don't most of the time.
Hey,
you don't remember we were watching? I don't remember that.
Hey, I know. I know you remember Snapper Jones though.
That's an inside thing. Ain't nobody gonna understand it.
Oh man, I wish to God it was like video phones or something
that was
back
Sam
then.
Cassell, right? Sam Cassell.
Yeah, that was Sam Cassell, bro. Wow, man, I wish it was like video phone back then, dog.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Damn. Yeah, that's what's up though, man.
I can't wait for this NBA to kick off, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. College basketball should be good too. It's gonna be interesting. That's how the rankings. Sale was hyped up about the rankings of Carolina #1. I think Gonzaga 2 or something.
Put Carolina #1.
Absolutely. You see who they return?
Oh yeah, they all returned their whole squad. I forgot about that.
They got everybody back but Manic.
Yeah.
And that team was deep too last season.
It was good. They got Puff Daddy all back. Puff Daddy was all they threw up in the what you call them game.
Puff Daddy.
Yeah, they're gonna be tough. I'm interested to see Duke, bro. It's gonna be weird seeing Duke without Coach K.
I was just about to ask y'all that.
That's gonna be weird, dog. I don't know. I don't even know what the expectation is. I just feel like it's gonna be super weird not seeing that man coach that team, dog.
He been there ever since we could recognize what college basketball is, man.
Bruh, I don't know no other Duke coach.
Has it ever been one?
Exactly, bruh. Like
I know it has,
but nah, I'm with you, dog. Like, cause like think about it, Cat.
Coach Danny Ferry, guy.
Word, Tommy Amica, all them dudes.
Johnny Dawkins.
Word. Like, think about it, dog. He coached dudes that was grown when we was kids.
Exactly.
Right? You know what I'm saying? Johnny Dawkins got a son that was playing college basketball. Dog. You know what I'm saying?
Dude got some 5 freshmen though.
Absolutely. And they returned Jeremy Roach. I like Jeremy Roach, dog.
Yeah, they had a number 1 recruiting class in the country, didn't they?
Man, they should. They got like 3 top 5 players.
Yeah. And then they got what you call them, but it's just gonna be weird. It's gonna be weird to me watching that. But I did think Nate James was gonna get that job. That was
I did too. He should have got that job.
Yeah,
Shire got it. And you had Chris Carrawell over there, Nate James. I might have been a little mad. I ain't gonna lie.
They've been there for a minute too.
Bro.
A minute, K. They've been there for almost a decade, man.
Nolan Smith. Yeah.
It's like Chris Carrawell when he played for Duke.
He coached Shire, hell.
Dude, them dude players been coaching each other for the last 30 years.
Yeah. Nate James and Carrawell actually coached Shire.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And Nolan Smith. They coached Nolan Smith too. Because Nolan Smith was there when he was there with what you call it? What's the little dude play quarterback? Greg Paulus and them guys. Yeah. I think he played with Shire too though.
Hey Q, what you not heard about Brandon Miller? What else you not heard?
Hey, Kev, I'm just gonna tell you what they said when Avery was over there. Buckle up. I'm gonna go ahead and call it. He's gonna be up there with SEC Freshman of the Year. I'm telling you right now, what they saw, what you saw overseas, is carrying over to them practices they having.
Didn't he hit like 30 in that first game or something like that?
31? It's carrying over, Kevin. And your boy and my boy is back in the form too. JQ gonna be back sooner.
That's a quick turnaround.
JQ gonna be back a little bit sooner than expected too. Man. He gonna be back sooner than expected though.
Javon Quinn, remember he told us?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it messed up my bracket, remember?
You gonna hold on to that one, huh, Mike?
So Q, I need a hold because I don't be reading the message board like that no more like I used to.
Zeke.
What Barnett look like?
Barnett, I was gonna ask about Barnett.
Barnett is getting more confident. So the guy who used to be a basketball player himself, that he put out all this information. He said Barnett is not comparing himself to Brandon Miller, but I don't even like, how do you put this?
Gauging? Like a measuring stick almost?
Yeah, he's measuring himself.
You keeping up with him?
Yeah, because he feels like he should be at that level because he's older. He's actually played college ball. Yeah. So he feels like that should be him. So he's not really.
It's good competition.
He's completely over the injury though. Like he's got his bounce back.
I saw him dunk one time.
Yeah.
Correct.
He just
that
still,
he got
to get his mind right. That's all. Yeah, he got to get his mind right.
Yeah, he can play.
He can go.
I'm excited to see them two play on the same floor.
When I think I saw somewhere they were saying that Tatum Bradley might start. I'm like, I don't see how.
Nah.
I don't see how, because they got what's the dude transferred from Ohio? I can't remember his name.
God, what's his name? Jeez.
They got like 2 or 3 transfers.
Mark Sears.
Yeah, Sears. I can see him starting with James Bradley. Yeah.
Didn't they get like 2 or 3 transfers?
Mm-hmm.
A guard.
He got Sears. I think Sears at what he played, Ohio Valley Conference or something like that.
Yeah.
I think he averaged like 19 a game there.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's from Muscle Shoals.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
They just didn't offer him out of high school. But
yeah, I'm excited for basketball season though.
Yeah, me too.
Wow, me too, but not because of UGA.
Hey man, last year I tried to make you feel better.
Man, listen.
No, okay,
that dude was so sorry.
Ain't no massage in that, Kevin.
Bro, I'm talking about that. Oh, that's well, we just talked about a compound fracture. That's a compound on top of a compound. Bro, listen, dog. I couldn't tell you nothing but about that team, but the colors of it.
Mike just blacked out on him.
They bad, bro.
Listen,
Mike blacked out on him,
bruh. Them boys, horrible in all caps.
They was bad last year.
Man, listen, dog.
They gonna be any better this year?
No.
Hey, Mike, how does that make you feel to go from like Georgia football to Georgia basketball?
I mean, Quinn, don't act like you don't understand.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
But they want, but now
basketball teams too.
Alabama ain't never been that bad.
He is bad though, Kevin.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Man, I'm telling you, man, I believe it's some prep schools that could beat them boys.
Oak Hill, you think Oak Hill give them a game?
Not any one of them. Oak Hill, Hargrave, IMG. Yeah. I think that, yeah. Like, for real. I think Bronny them. I think, like, you know what I'm saying? Sierra Canyon and them. Yeah,
Mount Verdi.
Yeah. That team definitely would have beat them. The team that had Moody and all them guys. Yeah. Dayron Sharp and what's my boy with the Pistons? I went to Okie State. Dang, that's my guy.
Big dude, ball handler.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm getting old. I see dude face.
That's my guy. Well, all of them. Even Scotty Barnes was on that team. What is my boy name?
Hey, it's crazy.
Start with a seed on it. I cannot think of my boy name.
Trip.
I'm a boy too.
I'm finna tell you. K Cunningham.
K. I know it started with a C.
Think of K Cunningham.
K Cunningham, dog. I couldn't think of that. But yeah, that team would have beat them. I'm telling you, they'd have beat them boys. They'd have beat them. They bad though. But hey, well, we'll talk about that later. I was gonna say top to bottom in that SEC conference. There's some good ones. Bama, Kentucky. Arkansas looking like LSU always be decent.
Arkansas got some good recruits.
That's what I thought. What Stackhouse brand done did now?
ain't heard nothing out of Vanderbilt, man.
He lost old Scottie Pippen.
That's it too.
That's about all he had.
Ain't heard nothing out of all.
Dang, Stat. Oh boy, Deion calls it. Welp. Yeah.
Arkansas got Nick Smith.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it should be good though. It's gonna be good, man.
You know, I want some highlight. I keep my opinion to myself.
What you about to say, Kim?
Yeah.
Mm.
You know how it's hard for me to come around with people sometimes. I ain't gonna say
very, very hard.
I just be like very like underwhelmed by certain players that people be thinking.
What? It's like that. It's like that though. Where everybody got them guys, where you just don't really see the hype.
Yeah. Like when I compare, because I was gonna say Nick Smith, I watched some highlights on him. I compare him to Mario Bailey. They look like two totally different players. And because I think Amari Bailey is a beast. But we'll see.
Yeah, man. We'll see. It's all about to be here in a hot second, dog. For sure. But that's all I got, fellas. Y'all got anything else?
Nah, that's it for me. Oh, on the boxing tip, like I told y'all, Terrence Crawford and
oh yeah,
back and forth. Oh, I ain't signed no contract. I signed. Yo, it's next. Man, whatever.
Bro, why was it less than 24 hours though?
That's so whack, man. God, dog, man, just get in there and fight, man. That's your job, man. God. Oh, that's so frustrating, man.
I had first, man.
It was less than 24 hours. And Q, you sent that message. I'm like, what? This is crazy.
Like, it's just like you said, Kev, too many hands in the pot, though.
I'm telling you, it's so many things involved in making a fight these days that it's hard to make it happen. It's hard to make it happen.
Man.
When water fight?
Well, it's not hard, but they make it hard. Huh?
Ain't that water fight this weekend?
Nah, it's next weekend.
Next weekend?
It's the same as Devin Haney and Cambosos and
Clarissa Shields.
And Alicia Baumgartner and Michaela Mayer.
They should have put all them on the same card.
Well, the Clarissa Shields fight is in the UK, so it'll come out earlier.
Everybody should have went to the UK and fought it.
And what you call it, the Devin Haney fight is in Australia.
So.
Boxing disappoints me again. So yeah,
I just want that fight to happen, man, because it seems like the only people that want to fight is Fury and Wilder. Them the only two dudes that want to fight. and you see, them the only three dudes that want to fight.
Yeah, like I said, I thought Usyk can knock out Usyk. Well, he'll fight too. He ain't scared of nobody. Everybody else,
that's
want to fight on their own
man.
terms, I guess. I mean, I guess it's their right, whatever. But as a fan, that shit sucks.
You gotta watch everybody fight Jake Paul.
Yeah, and that's why that fight is watching Jake Paul fight is more popular than watching actual boxers right now.
Yep.
Because of how the actual boxers are doing.
Oh,
that's the reason why.
We're just gonna turn people off from boxing altogether.
Yeah.
Or keep turning them off.
Because Crawford and Spence is the biggest fight in boxing, and they bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care how they want to spin it. They bullshit. At the end of the day.
Yeah, can't be put any simpler. I mean, because if you really want to fight, you would fight. Yeah. I mean, it's just simple. It's simple as that. If you really want to fight, you will fight. You would look, let's split it 45-55. We're gonna make millions, dude. I want to fight though. Just make that happen. Just make it. I want to fight.
Q, the thing is, and I hate getting into this because like we don't know like what go on contractual wise. Like we really don't know all that stuff. You know what I mean? And that's why I hate getting into all of that stuff. But it already came out that Terrence Crawford accepted 35%. But they saying the holdup is they don't want to basically let him see the books and what all the expenses are because that's where his money coming from. So they don't want to let him have transparency on the books. And I'm sure that ain't all of the holdup of it. It's just, but I don't even care about all that. I just, bro, I just hate it.
Just fight, man. That's frustrating, man. Because I've been waiting on that fight, dude.
I'm telling you, bro. Al Heyman, and I think Terrence Crawford, a free agent. Hell, I don't even think I think he's dealing with a promotional company right now. I don't think he's signing nobody. I don't think because he was signed to ESPN.
I don't even think he much care about all that stuff, man. I mean, he care about it, but I don't think he would let it get in the way of him fighting. You know what I mean?
Out of fight.
Yeah, I don't know. All I know is when they actually do fight. No, I'm a Bud Crawford fan, and that's who I'm rooting for. That's actually who I think gonna win. But
I think he gonna win it though. Knockout, I don't know, but I think he'll win it. So I think he's the better fighter. And I think Errol Spence, I don't know, man. It's just he like be telling y'all, man. Just some dudes, man. I just don't rock with, man. he one of them. I don't know why, but
he's the popular pick. He's the popular opinion.
Cause Bud just go in the ring and handle business, man. And he leave and go home.
I mean,
we got all them cheering.
I got my theory on why, but whatever. But nah, that's it. That's all I got.
Nah, that's good stuff, man. Good stuff, man. So how many Tennessee gonna win by?
31-10.
31.
31-10.
Okay. I got 45 13.
Who Tennessee play?
LSU.
I hate them. Yeah, they go. LSU is scoring no more than 13 points. I'm gonna go 45-13.
Damn, y'all think Tennessee gonna put up that many?
Yeah, that offense clicking right now. that offense is legit.
And homeboy is hurt. He ain't even playing. He had that surgery Tua had. Cedric Tillman. That braided rope or whatever they were doing.
Tightening up
the ankle. But they said the issue for Tillman is it's different from Tua, dropping back, throwing. He actually running routes and cutting. So it's a little more difficult than him to get back. So he probably gonna get out there against Alabama though. But yeah, I got him 45-13, maybe 17. They might get something at the end when they get out of hand.
Nah, they ain't getting it at the end. Might not getting it in the middle.
45-13. I got that.
No, I don't think they're getting that in there. I got 31-12, but I'm at 31-10, and I think the 10 comes early because when Tennessee get up on them, they're gonna be trying to throw the ball to come back, and it's gonna look bad.
Yeah, Dane might 4 or 5 interceptions at the end of that game.
I ain't gonna get my Bama score because my boy don't like that, so I ain't gonna get my Bama score. You feel me?
Go ahead.
My Bama score?
Yeah.
27-0.
I can see that. I'm gonna go with 48-10.
God dang. The only reason I said
17.
They not scoring.
I think Gibbs gonna have another big game. I can see him going for 150. I can see McClellan going for 150, and I can see Miro going for 100 himself on the ground. I think they're gonna have probably 300 yard rushing.
Only reason I say 27 is because I don't think they're gonna have a big day passing the ball, and A&M does have a pretty decent defense, but I think they're just gonna wear out. So I say 27, but they're not scoring.
If you get A&M down though, you might see the same thing happen this week. It happened last week against Mississippi State though, because when they got down, that defense kind of collapsed.
Yeah, so I say it might be a pick six. So I'll go 34-0.
They're not scoring much, man. They're
not scoring at all.
The reason I say 17 is that I can see Miro making a mistake.
Like throwing like them getting the ball. Like
he ain't throwing the ball, but 9 times.
One of them 9 might be a mistake.
I tell you what. If Burden is 15 yards in front of the defender and he missed that pass again.
Well, got a cannon.
Well, Burden ain't been holding his end up of the bargain all season either. So Miro, I give him that. Threw me into the fire. I missed the throw or whatever. But they're I'm going 34-0.
I don't know. You know how Saban get in these games. You saw how he did Kevin Sumner that when beating 59-0. If he can get to that this time.
Oh, I forgot about. Oh, my bad. Yeah, my bad. 48-0. 48-0.
And that was that Blake Sims year when they beat 59-0.
48-0. 48-0. My bad. I forgot.
Blake Sims still playing in the fourth quarter in that game.
I forgot this was Jimbo and Nick. Finna be 48-0. And it's at night.
That dude played the start of the whole game and was up 59 nothing, man.
Yeah,
like, what did Kevin something do to you?
Yeah, they finna tap that ass. They 48-0. And they lost last year? I'm bugging. 48-0. Yeah. 48-0.
Georgia 65, Auburn 2.
I hope it's 0. I hope it's 75.
I give them a safety. A safety is more shameful though. Like if you get a safety and don't score nothing else, and you got 2, it's like you playing baseball and the other team playing football.
Who was the team this year that scored like 2 safeties in a field goal?
Who was that?
It was earlier this year. They had 2 safeties in a field goal. Yeah. I think they might have, because either they had 8 points or 7, I can't remember, but they didn't score any touchdowns. It was crazy, bro. It was like the first or second week of the season for college football. I can't remember what it was.
That's like one of them scores you don't see, like 5 and 8. You don't see that in football. Or 4.
Yeah.
4, 5, and 8. You don't see that in football.
Yeah, like weird. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I don't think I ever turned on a football game and see somebody with 4 points.
But what about the school?
If you do turn it right back off.
What about the school that won 98-0?
That's crazy.
And they ain't go for the extra point because they ain't won. I'm like, bro.
It would be disrespectful.
Like, it been disrespectful, dog.
Oh, man.
About
I was at
50 points ago.
I was at an Alabama State game in 1992, and they beat Prairie View 92-0.
92-0.
92-0. Like that game lasted like 5 hours, man. Niggas up and down the field. I couldn't believe it, dude. I was 11, dude.
I'm trying to get 100 though.
I still remember that game like it was yesterday, man. It looked like I was playing Tecmo Bowl.
I can't get that close to 100. I gotta bust the clock. I gotta get 100. Word up. But shoot, man, let me get up out of here, bro. That's all I got, man. 48-0 now. What you said, Kel?
38-17.
What you said, Gwen?
All them point.
What you said, Gwen?
I said 45-13.
45-13. 45-13.
I give him a touchdown and 2 field goals.
And what I said for Tennessee, I said Tennessee.
You said 30. 45 or something.
Yeah, 40. Yeah, 45 to 10, 13, something like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. All right, man. Well, that's another episode. Relax and take notes. Mike Pace, K Dub, Homie Quinn. Once again, appreciate y'all for listening. You're checking us out on YouTube. Like, subscribe, and we'll be back at y'all next week. Till then, peace out.
Peace out.
Yo.